guess I don't have a spine because, ma'am, can I sit there? Well, that went well. Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. I I'm just hitting repeat on my Ren Fair costume. It's a good costume, you know? Why not? It's also a good D&D character costume. It's a cute little elveny, woodlandy character. You know, I've got my spooky lighting going. I have my almost black cat. I'd have to grab Cora for a fully black cat. But Catilia, you shall do. Absolutely. Our grumpiest of cats is here to join us today. And we're going to be delving into something very spooky today. Partner shaming. Dun, dun, dun. I had to be very careful not to spook the cat when I did my dramatic twangs. No, it should be fairly lighthearted, though, because today we're going to be doing a little bit of a then and now, some blast from the past, partner shamers of the past, and where are they now? I have selected some highlights. I will say I really did try going through the full playlist of partner shaming to make my little rounds and check on updates. The vast majority of partner shamers are still just married. Still just hanging out with the people that the person they just shamed the shit out of. And that's the thing, is for those of you who are not familiar with the concept of partner shaming, it's kind of in the name. You can probably pick up on it based on the context, but it's essentially when someone... Stop smelling the microphone. You're stealing the show, girl. It's basically when someone secretly records something embarrassing or wrong or foolish that their partner does, then posts it very publicly to the internet to shame or ridicule them. And this is often done for validation, clout, money, all of the above. And in all of these situations, what really sinks it together as like partner shaming is that these people genuinely just expect a normal, happy, healthy relationship after the fact. They truly, very seldom, if ever, fail to recognize that what they're doing is hurtful to their partner. That, you know, it's one thing if you want to blast someone and you know you're gonna end things and you're starting your healing journey. It's another when you almost irreparably destroy your spouse's reputation on one of the most popular social media platforms in the world, if not all of them, if not cross-posted across all of them, and then just keep going. Because what always ends up happening, it's like a formula as old as time. It goes partner shame, consequence. Either they don't end up liking the reaction or their partner actually gets upset, something like that. And then I was just joking. It's you guys who made it a big deal. We're fine. We, the couple, we're having a good time. You guys are the ones who took it too far. You guys are the ones without a sense of humor. Is that not always the way it goes? Is we end up getting blamed for the consequences of them dragging their partner all across social media, just pulling their pants down and spanking them for all of us to see. But it's our fault that there's consequences for that? All right, I guess that's our cross to bear here. I'm curious, did anybody have any favorite partner shamers that they especially wanted me to check up on? Because I have quite the itinerary for us today. Like I said, it's definitely not going to be all of them. If there's a partner shamer you don't remember but you don't see them today, it's very likely that they fall into one of a couple different camps. The most popular one is that they're just still with that person. Whatever happened, and they're just moving right along past it. The other camp is that they have completely vanished on social media, untraceable, no clue. Or another camp, which is that they went extremely private, and so any details would not be available to find, right? But there are a couple noteworthy updates that I would say. Oh no, Phil, you said my wife? Your wife partner shames you? Yeah, Fulger just asked the same thing ever. Careful, don't partner shame your wife now. Don't partner shame your partner shaming wife. Is this an inception? Is partner shaming okay if you're partner shaming a partner shamer? These are the real questions. And Warren, will you be uploading the wife strike interview? You know, I'll give you guys some spoilers. Let me double check my Google Drive. I don't know if it'll be fully uploaded because I spent all morning looking for it. I was like, shoot, did I delete this? Okay, we got it. When we get to the wife strike update portion, we can watch the interview. We got it, boys. We got it, girls. We got it, NBs. We do have that. Is Donald Trump a partner shamer? Of all the things that he's been accused of and incriminated upon, I actually don't know. Whoa. Sorry, I guess I said Donald Trump and that's my husband's Beetlejuice. We're not going on any political tirades right now. We have partner shamers to cover. TJ, I just ruined all of his fun. Did you guys just watch me break TJ's heart right there? It's too soon. Early voting has already started. I'm not trying to get swatted today. It's Halloween. Okay. For a second, Montreal, I know you just said I'm tuning in from my pharmacy class, but I straight up read that as I'm turning up at my pharmacy class. I'm like, oh, no, like, slow down. I'm popping everything. No. What's TJ gonna be for Halloween? That's a good question. I don't know. He might just use his old bandit onesie that I got him from last year. Always a warm choice. It's supposed to storm here in West Michigan. It's supposed to pour out. Last year it was snowing. We were crunching through the snow trick-or-treating. Barely anybody even went outside, so people were just like throwing us king size left and right. This year it's supposed to rain, but we'll see. We're troopers. We're gonna go out. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail. We will eat your candy. I can't think of anything to rhyme with it. I'm sorry. I was trying to use the male slogan, but I don't know what rhymes with it. Feel free to help me out, guys. Anyway, you guys are in. You're gathered. You have your coffee, your tea, your snacks. I personally have a cat, so be jealous. Be jealous. My lap is very warm. That's like the ultimate end to the druid cosplay, is like my tigress. You're such a good, sweet baby. Okay. We will begin our partner shamers then and now update train with our most recent partner shamer. Ooh, let me read this real quick. Thank you, 46 and 2. It's kind of like, is that supposed to be a play on the 23andMe? The woman that shamed her husband and father-in-law. Yes, yes, we're covering her. We're covering her. I got you. I got you. Yes, we're covering that one. Okay. But we're going to start with a very, very recent one. Okay. And before we start with this one, I'm going to replay it for you. But
let's pick up
before I recap this one for you, I want to really preface this by introducing you to another trend on TikTok. You may have heard of this one. It is called the 17 diapers trend. Okay? And where this all began was with this TikTok.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house. I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers.
A lot of people.
So, recently this woman uploaded that video basically being like, let's clean up my house. And she ends up picking up 17 rolled up dirty diapers just laying errantly around her house. And the initial reaction is people being like, Jesus, what the fuck are you talking about? That is disgusting. Like, what are you doing? You're just walking around yeeting dirty, nasty diapers all over the place? That's foul. That's degenerate. But then there was another tide that kind of rose up alongside that. And it was from a lot of people saying, well, wait. 17 dirty diapers means 17 times that baby's dirty diaper was changed and the baby was taken care of. And people began telling their own quote-unquote 17 diaper stories. And I'll show a couple examples of that because I love this. I love the message here because, to be honest, it really challenged me. My first reaction was like, good God, like on my worst days, I've never had 17 dirty diapers laying around my house. But, you know, I'm so glad that my empathetic level was challenged there because once I started hearing other people saying like, you know, that is 17 times the baby was changed, it does make you think, you know, it's hardest being a new parent, especially if you are a single parent and you're doing it all alone. If you have no support network, then like, you know what? Yeah, a rolled up diaper that is out of where the baby can touch it can wait. You know, I get it and I appreciate that. So we'll go over a couple more before we get back into it, and you'll see why. How's the audio balance, by the way, between myself and the sound? Let me know if you want me to be louder, the video to be quiet, or anything like that.
People are saying that this is child neglect.
Ew. That's gross.
Those who think I'm mom shaming, rest assured, I believe that you live in filth.
I don't care how sick you are. I don't care. I do not mom shame. I mean, I don't really care if you don't agree with me.
Gross, yeah. Grimy, yeah. Neglect? No.
We as moms already have it hard enough. We need to be supporting each other and not tearing each other down.
If you've never been so exhausted that you've left a diaper where you changed it, consider yourself lucky.
This text on screen reads, 17 diapers equals 17 diapers changed. 17 times that baby needed you and you showed up. And that's a hill I'll die on. You are safe with me. My 17 diapers was being home alone with a newborn, a toddler, and a kindergartner, and crying at night while rocking my newborn. I never felt so alone. My 17 diapers was not doing laundry for a month, having mold grow in cups on my dresser because I barely kept myself alive when I was postpartum at 19. I didn't have 17 diapers, but I did consider driving off the bridge near my house every time I drove over it alone. I threw away every diaper, but it didn't make me a better mom or more put together than 17 diapers, mom. 17 diapers equals 17 diaper changes. Is that what y'all call child ABUSE? I wore the same diaper for days until my grandma noticed when she visited us. I mean, it's not a competition, but Scrolling through everyone's 17 diapers videos at 1 a.m. is making me see that I'm not alone. 10,000 plus negative judgmental comments on one video and countless shaming videos doesn't compare to the support I feel watching the 17 diapers trend. So, you get it. You get how powerful it is when women recognize that that same experience, that same shared experience that so many of us go through, even if we have strong support systems. There are always going to be times that you feel so isolated and overwhelmed and alone as a parent, even when your partner is like sleeping right there next to you. There's so much pressure. That said, men don't get a 17 diapers. That's not a privilege afforded to you. As powerful and evocative as those videos were, and as hopefully as eye-opening as they were to you, to be more empathetic and caring and understanding of these mothers, to really humanize them at some of their lowest points, that's not for men. That's not for you. You need to show up doing everything right on day one. And even if you do, it's the bare minimum. Okay? And I'll prove it. Phil, dad joke incoming. Make sure that you wish a happy Halloween to your zombie. Hey. Gonna be a lot of eating brain in this house tonight. Y'all don't play with me. I'm so good at these pickup lines, okay? There is a reason I have stayed married for so long, okay? Listen. We just covered this one on a recent live. We're going to go over it again and then review the updates. But I just want you to think about everything we just saw from the 17 diapers trend while we watch this and go over the reactions again.
This is what I woke up to. My husband was on night shift with the baby last night. Ready?
Okay, I also want to stress, newborn, first-time mom, new mom. They are not true to this. They are new to this, okay?
Dirty towel. Open, open. Dirty rag, swimsuit, towel. What is that? Open, open. Open, 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 open. Open, 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 open. Bottle, bottle. But you guys, he did make me breakfast. This is...
So in the last live stream, we analyzed all of this, and I speculated that, like, very likely he simply did not know where certain things were and was, like, in a rage trying to find things. And the bleach in the bathtub, like, I can only imagine the horrors that went on the previous night, and I'm assuming it was, like, a chaotic cleanup duty. We speculated on that, but moreover, we checked out the comments. This comment is basically talking down to the father for not being able to accomplish all of these things, multitasking, the bar is in hell. That is just straight up disrespect. That's ridiculous. I hope this love never finds me. I got tired of cleaning up after a grown-ass man, so I call him from wherever he is in the house and stand there until he fixes it. Weaponized incompetence turned to taking responsibility. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't recommend that approach, ladies, actually. I feel like that would make a lot of men feel, infantilized isn't the right word. Patronized? It's very patronizing. My mental health would tank. You have 2 kids. I'm so glad this will never be my life. Is this supposed to be okay? I don't get it. And then here you know what? Fucking Maddie. God damn it, Maddie. Thank you. Thank you for giving this man his 17 diapers. I must be the crazy one because I will judge no parent for a little mess after baby night shift. Only 2 hearts. Everyone else is getting all the fucking accolades. But Maddie gets it, dude. Maddie gets it. Meanwhile, I'd have rage, not gonna lie, every day. I love that she just, like, this. She has to have seen this. She's just like, I'm not gonna respond to that. The rage, though, raging against a new parent. Moms, you get 17 diapers. You get empathy, you get understanding, you get patience. Men, you get rage. Fuck you. Fuck you and your weaponized incompetence. Get it together, you fucking clowns. You fucking man children. Could you imagine? Just imagine that I just do it the other way around. You left 17 diapers around the ground. The way I would rage. What are you, a fucking child? Are you just a stupid, unwiped little baby? Are you just a goblin gremlin? Gross. CPS right now. Like, obviously, there is an empathy gap, I think, between parents, between mothers, between fathers, that deserves to be recognized. Now, we have some updates on that since then. That was just posted very recently. We just covered
After the video
this.
from yesterday.
So, this was one follow-up. It does give us some answers here. She ends up responding to the one about the person saying, babies are portable, meant to be held and rocked so you can walk around while closing the damn cabinets and putting the bottles. Wait, what? Wait, is she agreeing that the bottles should have been put in the sink? No, honey. Oh, no. There are not... They were already air drying. I guess there might have been other bottles out. Dirty laundry in the hamper. Okay. Again, men, you need to make sure that you do everything right while on baby duty. Women, it's fine if you just throw your trash all around the house like feral raccoons. Literally, if you raise your babies the same way the mother raccoon did in my attic earlier this year, you are still doing it better than any man has ever raised a child.
After the video from yesterday, my husband wants to reprove himself, so let's...
Yes, her husband has to prove himself. Imagine, just try, if any of you guys are like, ever want to end up in a hospital, at best, approach a mother and tell her that she needs to prove herself to her husband as a mother. What do you think would happen? How soon do you think that they would end up on 48 hours? And how, like, justified do you think that it would be in the greater social community if she did attack a man for saying that? He has to prove himself as a father, huh? Oh, yeah, that's great. That doesn't do any damage to a man's self-esteem whatsoever. It's fine.
Let's see how last night and this morning went.
Man, those were some brutal comments yesterday, guys. Feeding the baby, burping the baby.
He left
Okay,
the
he's
freaking
got a good
cabinets.
sense
Oh,
of
you left
humor.
them open again.
Dude, relax.
What are you doing?
Diaper gang, daddy gang, Kobe. Oh.
Are you making a bottle?
Why, yes.
What are you doing?
Just cooking dinner.
Oh. I woke up to breakfast, cabinets open, and... Oh. Is that... Oh my gosh!
Wearing white.
Kirk, what the heck is this? What is that?
Apparently, you are not allowed to have a house that looks lived in if you live with this woman. There is supposed to be no trace that a human lives there, is the bare minimum. Guys, it's simply the bare minimum to always present your home as though there is not a specimen there. Just showroom ready to sell at all times.
What is that?
ADHD.
See, dude, she needs to watch my series, man. She needs to watch the things people with ADHD want you to understand about them, because, like, I think most of us who were looking around the house were like, I mean, I'm not qualified to say it, but bro is squirrel gang as fuck.
I burnt your muffin, but I tried to fix it.
Thanks, babe. You're a good man.
There's also a second clip of
Here
there
we
being
go.
bleach in the tub. That's because he pooped in this thing last night.
There we go. Vash, so good to see you. Thank you for reminding everybody to hit the like button. It is right there. Right there, guys. If you can't find it. It's right down there. But yeah, dude, it's exactly what I thought. Like, it's not like bro was pouring bleach in the bathtub just to make you mad. You know? Like, it's... Because it's either going to go one of two ways. And that's what's so wild to me, is that so many people... There's two reasonable assumptions when you see a scene like that. The first is like, something chaotic must have happened. Something chaotic paired with crippling neurodivergence. The second is that this is all deliberately manufactured, weaponized incompetence. Done so on purpose to make sure that you never ask him to do anything like this ever again. Right? And it's like so many people just immediately jump to like, obviously it's the manufactured Disney level villainry. That's how much faith people have in their spouses, is like they just jump to the worst intent. No presumption of positive intent whatsoever. I literally don't even know this man, and I'm like, baby probably shat in the bath, and she's like, he hates me. Now come on. And that's how it ends. And that's how that one ends. Oh, it's Halloween, Vash. That's all. I know this is gonna be really weird when I try to like edit it down later, and it's like, why was she dressed like that? It's fine. Doom for Zombies, thank you. She was giving him crap about not closing the cabinets when he was cooking and changing the baby. Look, what are you trying to do right now? Have a 17 diapers? I'm telling you, it is not for you. Sorry, there is the consequences of cat, you know? The consequences of lipstick plus cat is like the throughout the stream. He's picking getting tar and feathered here. Yeah, no, it's not lost on me. I feel like that should be one of the rules in marriage, is like, you don't start coming at a person for a chore that they haven't done if they're literally in the middle of a chore. I feel like that should be a fair rule. Like, especially if they have ADHD. Especially if they have ADHD, because, like, as much as they have a million browsers open at one time, you can't just like start rattling off a million tasks to a person. You with ADHD, you have to like one at a time. Okay? Otherwise, like, the printer gets jammed. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Look, I have a series called Brains Are Different on my TikTok. Watch it. Okay. Couple more updates. 17 diapers. Let's go. Keeping that 17 diapers energy.
I have been so frustrated. Watch this. Babe, can you help with the baby tonight?
He said yeah. So she makes a video prepping for partner shaming. And by the way, this is called a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. How dare we clean with proper cleaning products? Thank you, Cameron. Although, if you don't know, heavy on the proper cleaning products, there are some things you are not supposed to use bleach on. For example, if your cat pees in the kitchen during Dungeons and Dragons night at the exact time that all of your friends are gathering in the kitchen, do not pour bleach on it, or you will basically mustard gas your friends for a little bit. Not that any of us would know from experience in this house. Not that any of us would know, but don't do that. But truly, these self-fulfilling prophecies is like what most of these partner shaming videos are, is when they set up these cameras, they're not doing so because they're trying to capture adorable, loving moments. That's why you watch her get annoyed that her plan to shame her husband is not about to work until she manufactures it to work. We'll see.
Like at the second feeding, the 3 a.m. one?
Right here.
So you're gonna help tomorrow? I mean tonight.
You know I'm working in the morning, right?
And
Okay. So she is a stay-at-home mom. And he obviously works. Many working fathers do sacrifice their nights, some of their time in the night, sometimes often the entire night, to help with the baby, to be an active father. Okay? When I was working and had to wake up early, and my husband was working at home and did not have to wake up early, I would be so annoyed if he asked me to do the whole night shift. I would have been like, babe, you can sleep in. I have to wake up early. Like, I would have been annoyed as a woman. Are you kidding me? Like, if you want to prove a point, wait until the weekend. Wait until, like, it's a good, fair time for him to help take over. Like, there's nothing wrong with her asking. I'll also say that. There's nothing wrong with her asking. But for him to also bring up, like, well, you know I'm working in the morning, right? There's also nothing wrong with him saying that. So for her to get annoyed as if, like, this proves her whole point, like, his first reaction was yes. It was a hesitant yes, but it was still a yes. And even though he's like, this might be rough, though. She's like, whoops, didn't mean to BRB you guys.
Fine. So wait, so you want me to feed him before bed, wake up in the middle of the night, then wake up for work?
He says, so you want me to feed him before bed, then wake up in the middle of the night, then still have to wake up early for work. He's just clarifying the plan, and she has put over here a yawn emoji, meaning she does not care about his excuses, even though they're valid as Marcus, thank you so much, says, am I the only one who notices her lips? I'll have to check out what you mean. I will say last time when I covered the original partner shaming incident, I noticed she was exfoliated to the heavens, and I did compliment her on that.
And so what I do is not work because I wake up at the same time as you.
That's not what he said. Oh, now we're picking a fight. Oh, no, this is literally picking a fight. I know that a lot of people are like, women don't pick fights. No one likes to be angry, but this is literally picking a fight because you were like, I bet he's not going to offer to help. And then he does. So now you move the goalposts. Gerthy, whatever happens to people keeping their personal lives private, I'm assuming is what you meant to say. Thing of the past, my friend. Thing of the past. Not when there's money to be made. Not when there's a bag to be had exposing the shit out of our spouses. But dude, for real, picking a fight. That, like, definition right here is he's like, wait, so you want me to do this, then wake up for work? And she goes, so what I do isn't work? That is not at all what he said. She's like, because we wake up at the same time, because we wake up the same, so that's not work. It's like, you came into this angry, and you're not leaving unangry. There was no way he could have won this test. There was no opportunity for him to pass this trial. It wasn't even on the dialogue tree. There was never even a chance in hell for this guy, dude. After all my LARP and fully experience, I find it vanilla that diapers are still instantly associated with babies. SVR, that might just be you. I consider myself both a cultured and diabolically ruined by the internet woman, and I still safely associate diapers with babies. I'm not gonna kink shame, but like, y'all can't think that's like common amongst the social zeitgeist yet. Okay.
I'm not saying it's not work.
We literally have the same schedule.
Yeah, but you can take a nap.
Okay, this is where he loses 10 points from Gryffindor, though. Is it's like, we have the same schedule, okay, but we don't have the same schedule necessarily. And then he says, but you can take a nap, like, kind of true. There is a lot to be said for the fact that, like, you have so many more freedoms when you're at home. Like, look, I've done both. I've been the primary working parent, and now I'm the stay-at-home parent, basically. You know, it helps now that, you know, both of our kids are school age, so I definitely have that life hack going my way. But on the days that, you know, there's no school and she's just with me full time, it's like, yeah, I make my own schedule. There's so much more freedom there. Not to mention, you know, there's no guilt in missing out on what's going on in my kid's life because I'm there. Like, there's so many benefits, and I understand that, like, a lot of stay-at-home parents end up becoming trapped, and who, you know, are so financially reliant that it feels like they're missing autonomy, or they're not, like, seeing their friends enough. There's definitely gripes with both, you know, but, like, in my opinion, she's picking a fight right now. And it's fine to have these conversations about, like, hey, I don't feel like you recognize my domestic contribution enough. Like, absolutely have those conversations. Like, let's destroy the patriarchy together in all the ways that it negatively affects men and women, for sure. Not in front of the camera, though. Not in front of the recording camera that's going to go straight to the hate vitriol fodder of the comment section, dude.
I don't, though, and I can't. I've tried.
Are you making like a TikTok or something?
He says, are you making like a TikTok or something?
No. Why? And I can't. I've tried.
Are you making like a TikTok or something?
No. Why?
Unimpressed Lauren is unimpressed. She really gaslight gatekeep girl bossed her way right through this forced fight interaction. If anyone was like sad that they're single, I hope that this is like making you feel a little bit better about your life, because not you being the problem, not you being the whole ass toxic problem right now.
Because this is weird.
What do you mean?
Gaslight, girl, you're gaslighting so hard. No, I'm not making a TikTok. And he's like, this feels weird. And she's like, what do you mean? That is literally the definition of the psychological, emotional manipulation and ABUSC tool known as gaslighting. It is literally when you lie to someone and make them feel crazy for thinking the reality that they reasonably are sensing by constantly denying it and constantly denying it. And then they start to lose self-esteem. Their trust in themselves becomes damaged. They become more insecure. and unsure of everything around them. It's a psychological tactic that slowly breaks down the victim and makes them more malleable to however they need to shape them in the future. And I'm sure that if she was to hear me say that, she would be like, oh my God, that's so traumatic. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like, to be completely honest with you, most people who have learned to gaslight have no idea. Like, it's not like they were taught the term gaslighting or like took a course in it. It's typically just people who have incidentally noticed through social patterns that they can get away with this shit. And it's oftentimes accepted more in the female social zeitgeist. When we play these tools and we play these little games, we're always going to be more forgived for it because we are cuter. That's it. That's the simple science behind it, is women tend to get away with abusive behaviors because we can sum them up to being like just being cheeky, as she's about to do here.
I've literally been dying the last 3 nights needing
Are
help.
you going to give me major credit right now
For being a dad?
for being an all-star dad?
You were right. I was filming a TikTok.
I knew it. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the What
It. I knew it.
what was the gotcha here? Got your ass. That's like that's like a made you look. You know what I mean? What's that? And then you look and they're like, made you look. Like, yeah, because you're my friend and I trusted that you wanted to show me something interesting. Now I know you just want to waste people's time for your own entertainment. Like, what? You started attacking him, trying to antagonize, picking a fight. And yes, I understand that there are actual issues that she would like to talk about, but you're creating content with it. That's not I'm sorry. You cannot both genuinely repair your relationship and put it on spectacle for everyone else in the world to anonymously commentate on at the same time. That's not a peanut butter and jelly. That's not chips and salsa. You know what I'm saying? It's not going together. She does need the super no spray. I was thinking about making another bottle and like making maybe a few for different things, like one anti-horny spray, anti-partner shaming spray, like maybe get really specific with it. But yeah, dude, what is this? You're just gonna pick fights, gaslight. You're the problem. It's like you're taking very real issues that do exist in the world, like the isolation that single moms often feel, as well as the disparity in equitable domestic labor that is also a significant issue in a lot of relationships. And you're like minimizing their severity by being such a bad person in your presentation. I wish I had better words for it, but like you're just being a bad person. You create a self-fulfilling prophecy. You present it without any genuine approach. You move the goalposts after you already get your way so that you can continue the argument. You gaslight to continue the argument, and then you choose to win the argument in this like odd gotcha of like, I did lie to you and you're too dumb, you didn't recognize it. And we're all supposed to be on your side? Doom for Zombies, thank you for the super chat. I did catch it. All her vids are dad taking care of the baby, but her just being behind the camera, if we were to really call her out. That's what she classic accidentally telling on ourselves. And it's like, obviously the husband recognized in the last video, like, dude, these comments are so brutal. And she's like, yeah, aren't they? Would you like some more? You need to leave him with the kids on his day off and see if he gets to have a nap. Haha, he couldn't handle it. You know what's so funny is, like, they really think they're doing it something, but then, like, he's gonna nap. And when he does, you're gonna film it and be so pissed. Dude, don't challenge these men with a good time. It's gonna make you so mad, too. He's gonna nap. Like, that's why he doesn't understand why you can't. Because men can nap. Look, we can't. I'm with you, ladies. I understand. I know exactly what she meant when she's like, I tried. Like, I would get so annoyed when people would be like, just sleep when the baby sleeps. Like, there is none of that happening. Because when the baby sleeps, you have 5,000 other chores to do. None of us are sleeping. I'm sorry, Catilia. I had to switch legs. One of them was going to sleep. I had a sleepy leg, okay? Let's keep going here. Oh my god, I keep hitting the BRB screen. The lack of respect is insane here. This would be so hurtful to me. I hope you know you deserve better. Oh my god, did he really? Was he really that bad in that video? He said yes! She just kept pushing him. Oh my god. Yeah, hell no. My husband has work early in the morning and he does the middle of the night feed unprompted and without complaining. I'm still on maternity leave. He understands what I'm doing is still work. He said that though. He said in the video, I'm not saying it's not work. He said that. My husband sleeps through the baby crying. Same. Like how? Ha ha ha. I do think that might be a biological thing. Like, I'm not trying to give men an out. I don't understand it, but I do hear this way more often. Like, men being able to sleep through baby crying, like, way more often than I hear it from women. But I mean, like, to this day, I have not breastfed in years. And, like, to this day, I still will get letdowns if I hear a nursing baby cry. So, like, the biology is different, y'all. Like, we can't deny that the biology between the mother who spawned the baby, the mother whose areolas literally receive transmission from the baby's saliva that tells us what nutrients to produce with our body. Yeah, we react a little bit differently to the baby. Like, I'm sorry, that is true. There is a different reaction. Again, I'm not trying to excuse men, but at the same time, it's like, how are we supposed to blame a man for not waking up? I've never even thought to, like, ask this question before, but, like, it's kind of like blaming someone for forgetting. It's something that is very easy to do, but when you think about it, you're like, can I really blame them for this, though? Like, you could blame them for not setting a reminder. You can blame them for, you know, not setting an alarm. But, like, can you really blame someone if they just honestly forgot? Like, forgetting is kind of a valid excuse. Completely off topic. I know a lot of cute girls go to Ren fairs, but most of them liberal? Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's fair to say yes. Yeah, Ren fairs aren't exactly like Trump rallies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude. I don't know. I feel like you can't really blame someone if they don't wake up. How much control do you really have over that? Like, if it's a consistent issue and, like, you maybe have not gotten, like, the proper help to address it, you know what I mean? If you're like, dude, you're not waking up and, like, your life could be in danger, you know, talk about that as a family. But, like, I don't know. I don't think you could blame someone for not waking up. What do you guys think? Let's get back to the few more comments. Oof, thankfully a problem I don't have. I don't know. A lot of people just shitting on the husband and, like, she doesn't care. She's just like, YOLO. And then one more video, just as a cherry on top, from this account. And then I know it's early, but I already need a little snack. I already do. Okay, one more.
This comment right here. I love my husband.
Okay, the comment is, your baby and your husband are twins.
Comment right here. I love my husband. I think he's so handsome, but I made this baby for 9 months. I went through 9 months of morning sickness. I dealt with sciatic nerve pain. I had a 26-hour labor. I pushed for an hour and a half. I had an episiotomy. I want him to look like me.
This is a very commonly held mindset. And I don't know how I feel about it, okay? Because I can't relate, and just because I can't relate to something doesn't mean that I can't try to charitably understand it, right? Like, whenever I hear women say things like, I'm gonna be so disappointed if I don't have a girl, or I'm gonna be so disappointed if the baby doesn't look like me, I have to admit, my first reaction is judgment. Because I'm kind of like, I will admit, I'm sure some of you had gender preferences at some point during whatever pregnancies you have experienced in your life. And so I've really tried to be more open-minded about the whole gender preference thing. People are like, Lauren, there's a lot of people who prefer a gender, especially if you've already had one of them. Like, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. And so I'm trying to challenge myself on that and be a little bit more open-minded to it. Again, especially if you already have one, right? Maybe like wanting to experience the other one. I can kind of get that, okay? I want you to challenge yourself a little bit if you are a person who thinks it's okay to say, to feel in your heart that you would be disappointed if you had a certain gender, if that's something maybe you need to work on. Okay? Shala, so good to see you. Spooky, scary partner shamers send palms to your face. Oh my gosh. So perfect. And then OMG. ZOMG BBQ FTW. Thank you so much for being here again. Dadvocate or Dadvocation? Both. Does TJ look as good in a Ren Fair outfit? He doesn't try. He doesn't care as much. He's just there for a good time, not a fanciful time dress-wise. P.S. Boys does not enjoy being told you look like your mom. So for the kid's sake, I hope he doesn't look like her. Is that true? What if your mom's like really good looking? Because like it's kind of in men's interest sometimes to be pretty. And nothing to do with anything. Just wanted to say you look great in that costume. Thank you, Girthy. I appreciate that. Yeah, me personally, I used to like tell my husband, and maybe I shouldn't have according to ZOMG BBQ FTW, but I used to tell him like, if you were born a girl, you would be a really pretty girl. And like, maybe that's not a compliment for a lot of guys. Obviously, my husband seems to have taken it well because he ended up marrying me. But like, when we did make a girl and she ended up looking like his twin, like she even calls himself her twin, I was like so pleased, especially that she got his eyelashes. I was like, oh bless, like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And like, my husband's a stud. I obviously do not think he's like a femboy, but quite frankly, like, femboys do stay up too. Like, femboys be pulling lately, okay? Boys don't like to be compared to anything feminine. I think it's a know your audience these days situation type thing, you know? But I think you can tell which kind of guys would not want to be associated with something feminine. But like, I also know a lot of manly men who love their moms so much and would be like so honored to be compared to her. You know what I'm saying? Hello.
Hi. I heard
Did
someone
you hear us talking about
gender
you?
roles. Yeah. I think
it's like what people call a feminine trait. I think it's just like people forget that men and women are both like we're actually the same animal with like, you know, with like you know, so it's like
you'd be a pretty girl and you look like your mom.
You'd be a pretty girl. You'd be.
I feel like you'd be a pretty girl is worse if you don't want to be related or like associated with something feminine. I feel like that's actually.
But that's
the
my
worst
thing. Is it's like
say.
to have feminine features. That means there's something like if someone says you'd be they're calling you attractive. They're literally being like, hey.
That's what I was doing.
Like that's the thing. Like you'd be
I
a
could
pretty
see
girl.
it also
but it's
being
like,
very patronizing. Like if you're like talking to a guy who's stuck in the friend zone and you're like, oh my god, Benny, if you would have been born a girl, you would be like the prettiest girl. Don't you think Benny would be the prettiest girl? Like then I could see that guy being like,
then Benny, you gotta say, girls, how do I make myself the prettiest boy? I need you to help me become the prettiest boy now. And they'll be like, yes, Benny, yes.
I want to be a pretty boy.
Embrace the compliment and see how you can like.
In a fuckable way. Does that make sense, ladies?
Yeah, you can be a pretty boy.
I
like,
want to be fuckable pretty. Okay.
I was called a pretty boy like all throughout high school, and I'm like, fuck this. And then by the time I got to college, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a gosh darn minute. It would seem that these other people that are called pretty boys seem to be kind of popular. So maybe.
The one place you don't want to be called a pretty man is prison. Fair enough.
That's true. You know what?
Fair enough. That's why we're trying not to get
I would
TJ
never
sent to
do
prison.
well in prison.
Did you figure
Look
out
at
your
me.
seatbelt ticket, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so TJ is marked safe from...
Marked safe. I'm no longer
from dropping
a 5-star.
the soap. Now you only have me to worry about in the shower. Yeah, TJ had a warrant out for his arrest for a seatbelt ticket in Kalkaska, so... It was actually a dangerous time.
A dangerous time.
A dangerous time. Grand Theft Auto 5 stars, baby. But yeah, I do think it's a little weird when people are like, I don't like it. I don't like that you're trying to say my baby looks like the person I made a baby with. Like, then like it almost doesn't matter who you made the baby with then, right? If your end goal is to like just hit copy paste on yourself, like then it almost, but that's like what's kind of scary, and I think should kind of be eye-opening to a lot of men, is that like if you do see any red flags, like if a woman hints at like, I just want a little carbon copy of myself, I just want a little mini me, then it's like she'll baby trap anybody. It almost doesn't matter at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that they're married, so that might be cruel to say, but like, how are you gonna choose someone who's literally going to be your life partner? This is a huge title to me. Your husband, and then you're like mad the baby looks like your husband? Is TJ playing the new Dragon Age? No. Not yet. But I don't know. I think that's interesting. I remember my husband's ex, with whom he shares my stepson, she used to get like so angry anytime anyone ever mentioned like my stepson looking like his dad. It would be like the most interesting thing. Like she would like almost try to like deny it or like cover it up, and it was like the same thing. It's like, I mean, you're the one who put his likeness inside of you and then carried it to term. Why are you mad about the science experiment you made? Huh? What? You put the sugar in the cake. Why are you upset it's sweet? Okay. Before we get into our next partner shamer update, I'm gonna update you on the woman who famously threw all of her husband's clothes off the balcony of their house in front of all of their neighbors on film on TikTok because of his antics in Vegas. Jesus. Did you guys see that? When I tell you guys, she is like the definition of a cat. Like attacks your hand and then goes, now pet me. Like, I'm kidding. No. I fear for my life. Okay, let me eat a quick little snack. Tiny little snack. I will be back in like 3 minutes. I'm just gonna wolf something down really quick. So it's like a little bit after noon Eastern Standard Time. I will be right back. Okay, hold up. I like never eat on camera because I have misophoobia and I hate hearing the sound of other people eating, and so I just assume everybody else does too. But my mother-in-law just sent us these Ghostbusters themed donuts, and I feel like a donut I could get away with eating on camera while we watch some of this stuff. It's quiet enough, and I can also mute myself, but which one should I eat? Do I want just the classic orange Halloween sprinkle? Do I want a Slimer donut?
The Slimers are really tricky. They're
An
really messy.
Oreo covered. They're messy.
The Slimer ones are very slimy. Yeah, you will ruin your outfit with a Slimer one.
Challenge accepted. No, that one. So apparently Slimer could get dangerous. Or a Stay Puffed Man. Honestly, I could go anyway, quite frankly. It's gotta be Slimer. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a Slimer. I'm gonna do this, this one. This one looks the best here. And, I guess just pray for me. Let me go return this to the middle. I'll see if I can find you Mochi or another pet that you haven't seen yet, and we'll get right into, the Vegas clothes throwing lady and how that's come along. So, okay. You guys have had these? Yeah, it's Krispy Kreme, so not to give them, like, free advertising, but if you want some Ghostbusters donuts, you know? Alright, where's the fat one? Much low for 10.
Probably outside.
Oh god, my hands are all sticky now. I'm sandpipering it by walking away. Miles, come here. Don't you... Did y'all see that? Miles, let's scare her away. Come here. Miles. Miles. Hugs. Miles. Why am I getting ghosted by my dog? What did you do? How did you distract him? Catilia does not like this. Oh no. An ear has fallen off. Lend me your ear. So anyway, Catilia is now behind me. Would you like to transition to lap again? I would like that, personally. Thank you. Okay. I do wonder how many of you will remember this one. Wait. Oh, here we go. We'll start here. We will not cover the entire video, but pull this up. make it a little bit bigger, then make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Oh man, early Dadvocate days, 1 year ago. Look at how different my whole setup was. Walls unpainted, no neon sign. Not too different though, not too different. But this was the lady who, let's get back to the original video. That's him picking up all of the clothes after she throws them over the... Yeah, I think she keeps throwing them while he's picking them up, actually. But this was the original video, posted like a year ago by Mother Bucker, Rachel Buck. And her husband goes to Vegas without her, and this is her... Yep, there goes some more. There's some more neighbors driving by. So, man, she ends up making so many updates. You can watch the full story. She basically ends up saying that what happened in Vegas is she finds out that he went to a strip club. I think it was like $600 was taken out of their bank account. And she is furious because in her mind, they had established already not to go to any strip clubs. However, she ends up later saying that she has gone to strip clubs before while being with him. So I'm not entirely sure there. She insists that he gets STI paneled. He does so. These are all things that she just shares with us on her TikTok, okay? You can watch it. In my former video, it's called The Truth About the Laundry Hurling Viral TikTok Lady. Eventually says, it's fine, we're gonna work on things, and I'm now going to dedicate my channel to telling interesting stories. You know, the old, outing my cheating husband, but actually, no, wait, he didn't cheat, just kidding, to influencer pipeline. Just classic. It's basically like the same as going to nursing school, you know? What are you doing on my table right now, girlfriend? So I went to look her up. Now, I don't know if this profile is public, but I did sneak a friend request in before she went private anyway. I don't know if she's public again, but after like a year of not posting after all this, this is what we have to say. We do have a Rachel Buck update.
Hi.
Could stand to be a little bit louder.
Hi, everyone. You'll have to excuse me. I'm nervous and I'm scared. And it's been over a year since I first posted to TikTok. I don't know if you remember. They're private as of now, but I posted ring footage of me throwing...
As of now, she's like, oh, I didn't delete anything, though. Nothing is deleted.
My husband's belongings over my balcony, and then him picking them up and bringing them back inside, and then I did about a 3-part story time, and a few kind of clarifying videos after that, and then it went insanely viral, and then I got scared, and I'll get more into that, and made my account private. I didn't know if I was ever going to post on here again, mainly just because of the insane messages and threats.
So, what the rest of this 5-minute tangent ends up being is kind of the same thing that we see from a lot of people who make kind of outrageous decisions and maybe some impulsive choices that have consequences is she's going to spend the greater portion of this video self-victimizing and saying that because she got some very bad messages in her inbox that she is like so scared for her life, and basically the whole like trying to paint the situation as though we all need to continue to feel bad for her. She is the victim. Bad things only happen to her type situation. And I got to admit, I hate this cop-out because it's used all the time. Every time someone does something super shitty, including things way shittier than this, right? Like, she was extremely impulsive in posting this for a man that she's obviously choosing to stay with. But you'll see this posted by, like, cheaters, people who are exposed, like, spending all of their spouse's money and gambling addictions, is they'll all pull the same card of, like, okay, I understand that I did something wrong that really hurt people, but now people are being really mean to me, and so I'm the victim here. Like, again, don't ever send people threatening messages or, like, harassing messages. Like, don't go out of your way to do that. That does nothing good. Like, do challenge their behaviors and ideologies through conversation, but, like, by no means is it okay to make people legitimately feel scared. It also, like I said, it obviously is not helping, because if you want to call this person out, now all you're doing is giving them victimhood, right? And then she goes on to say that she's gonna, like, use her platform to, like, talk about other people's issues, I guess. We'll see. I would say kind of a nothing burger of an update, but, like, you know, just good to see that she's still married to the same guy. And it's kind of not too different than what we covered about a year ago, where she was like, all right, well, anyway, I'm just going to use this platform now to talk about my journey. And it's just, I kind of bring her up just to show people, not that, like, very many partner shamers are watching this and, like, learning anything from me necessarily, but, like, if you're ever at that point in your life where you're so annoyed with your partner and you, like, consider posting this, or, like, you think that maybe, like, there's some benefit to it, like, oh, well, you know, these people are getting a lot of views. It's like, I just want to stress that with most of these people, it's not like the views continue. It's not like people stick around because they want to get to know you as a person and your interesting life. Like, people come to watch the train wreck of you outing your partner's most embarrassing and cringy moments purely for their own entertainment, and that's it. When your life actually falls apart, none of those people will be there to actually help you pick up the pieces. And that's so much of the damage in these partner shaming series and situations, right? Is that this woman, when she chose to throw all of her husband's clothes very publicly outside of their home to a public-facing audience, gathering tens of millions of views, being written about in international articles online, making sure that everyone and their brother knew what was going on in their lives, making him look like this horrible cheater, when at the end of it all, and, like, it gets crazy, she, like, literally gets surveillance footage from the strip club, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, mind you, just to see him, like, drunkenly getting a lap dance, which, like, but I'm not gonna, if you tell your partner not to do that, that's a problem, right? Do I think it needs to be any of our business, especially if you've chosen to work on the marriage? No, that's not our business, dude. That's crazy. Like, no matter how angry you are, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube if that's how you choose to paint them. Because You posted that with your full first and last name. Now everybody knows you as Rachel Buck, the laundry hurling wife. And, like, no one's ever gonna like your husband. That's why he's never even tried to be shown. How are you gonna show your face as Rachel Buck's husband now? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know if, that account, let me bring it back up again, is, y'all let me know if Mother Bucker is private or not. I don't think I can tell just being friends, but she did take down the videos, but she didn't delete them. They're still out there. And if you go to my video, you can still watch them all. For our next update, I'm going to skip this one. That one's a bit of a nothing burger, but this one is one hell of
Welcome to another.
Yeah, this one is one hell of an update. We're going to cover this one. Let me close a few of these tabs. I'm overstimulated. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to keep Google Drive open for the wife strike thing later. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember this. I still don't know what you mean by ad block tax, SVR. I'm so sorry. You're not seeing her false advertisement? Friends only crew? Okay. This one was one of the crazier episodes. You can tell this one kind of popped off. It's always cringe to, like, watch your own videos on stream, but you guys need a backstory. So this one was from June of 2022.
Welcome to another episode of Partner Shaming, where people completely blast their partner on social media to thousands of strangers for clout and then expect a healthy relationship afterward. I should not be able to make episodes this often. Today's episode starts with a chair and then gets progressively worse. It's one in the set of chairs that father of three Joseph was going to spend the day building. But when he runs to the store to get something, his wife Shay decides that while he's gone, she's going to try to build as many of the chairs as possible to prove that he's actually incompetent and taking way longer than he needs to. It's not fully clear if she ever actually finishes the chair, but when she gets home, this happens.
And now we're fighting because I got involved in man things.
So first of all, she responds to every single comment, except for the ones where people ask if he actually called it man things. She conveniently ignores those. Probably because he never said it. See, these partner shamers have to make up fake reasons for why their partner is pissed, because in their head they're thinking, well, he didn't know that I was secretly recording him and making fun of him ruthlessly to strangers on the internet, so he can't be mad about that. No, dude, people know when they're being watched, and they know when you're up to shit. You knew that you had disingenuous motives for building that chair. You say so in your own video, so why are you gaslighting him by saying, I was just trying to help, why are you mad? And it takes no time at all for her to start feeding into the weaponized incompetence comments, and she starts walking around filming his messes, as they always do. I don't think people realize the seriousness of when you publicly accuse your partner of genuine weaponized incompetence, you are publicly accusing them of being an abuser. So if you're going to tell the world that your partner is an abuser, you better be damn sure that that's what's happening and not just life. So this channel is hitting all of the usual partner shaming checkpoints. Secretly film him, secretly make fun of him, but then she gives us this brand new, never before seen twist in this series.
Is this normal, or am I overreacting? Should I track him?
Y'all, this one got so crazy. Like, it's so wild looking back on the early partner shaming episodes and how, like, I really did go full, like, investigator mode on so many of these. This one was so wild, dude. Not the tracking.
So she doesn't like him. She doesn't trust him. She's got to be ready to leave and become a champion for victims everywhere, right? Nope. Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all cannot do all of this, secretly recording him, secretly bashing him, accusing him of being an abuser, putting trackers on him, and expecting a normal relationship afterward. Stop saying, this is just marriage. This is not what love looks like. I feel like once you start making this kind of content, you have to commit to one of two paths. You either leave it online and you leave him, or you commit to working on a healthy marriage by taking it down, because you can't have both. Don't treat your partner like your ex unless you want them to be one.
Bars. Damn, that creator is good. No. But truly, that one was like such an iconic episode because it started with the spite chairs, which already I was like, this is ridiculous. But then getting into like the tracking and
they always,
because hold on,
except for the ones where,
because I know a lot of you are audio only, so some of these went by really quick. But when we got into the tracking, when she was like, is this normal or am I overreacting? The text messages read, gonna be late, y'all can eat without me. She asks 6. He says, no, probably 8. She says, what the why? He sends a picture of his workload and says, work and texting is not getting it done. What did you just knock on the floor, girlfriend? What even was that? Okay. I don't know. That does seem like a lot to track someone over. What do you guys think? Is this sus? And if it's not sus, she's sure leading a ton of internet strangers to speculate on if it is or not. That's for sure. That's I would not be asking the internet. Can you not be sitting on my keyboard? You were typing I endlessly into the search engine. It's all about I, huh? Me, me, me. Meow, meow, meow. So, where has this partner shamer been since? Well, you may have actually recognized her since then in other such timeless
Can we normal
viral classics as this one.
Can we normalize sending the other family money for playdates? So recently my daughter had a friend over and I asked her mom for money and this is how it went. So after the playdate, I texted her mom and I said, thanks for letting Jamie play today. Please help out with your share of the expenses for the playdate, totaling $15 via Venmo. Let's do it again sometime. Because I can't keep doing these playdates if it's so expensive. And she said, expenses? And I said, yeah, she used supplies and food while she was here. And this way we can do this more often without a monetary obligation on just one party, right? Makes sense. Now, she didn't say much, but she did say what supplies. And of course I wrote them down. There was chalk, applesauce, fruit. She sat on the couch, so that's wear and tear. She actually broke a toy. She had 3 juice boxes. She went to the bathroom. She had yogurt. Then she actually sent the money, and I sent her a message thanking her for it, of course. She didn't say anything else, but I said, you know, this will make it easier for us to do more play dates in the future. So what do you guys think?
I don't know if you guys saw that one. Tons of you are already in the chat like, oh my god, that one. Yeah, that one went super viral. God, I got sent that one by like everybody and their brother at the time, and it made the internet pop off. Now, I had to keep my eyes on this one because I was like, ain't no way that the spite chair stalker is now charging y'all for playdates, but another hey look, made you look situation of just like pure comedic genius because she was fucking with everybody. Yep, she comes out with another video.
Let me show you the literal.
She comes out with another video basically saying she made all that up for rage bait and y'all fell for it. And how dare you?
Let me show you the literal death threats that I have gotten from this rage bait video about charging for playdates. Oh my gosh, when it works too hard. I realize what people are most upset about is A, they didn't realize it was rage bait even though it's written on my profile that I do that, and B, I said that I charged her for bathroom trips and sitting on my couch and that.
She has since added rage bait to her profile. Was not always there, and I don't think it was there at the time of her posting the original Playdate video. I think she added it like right after, but it was not always there, and it certainly was not there during the spite chair incident or when she deleted all of the tracking videos. Also, not exactly on brand with rage bait to delete those videos, you know what I mean? Why did we delete those if it was just rage bait? So this is where I'm kind of like, there's a ton of rage bait on the internet. Tons and tons of it. So like, would it shock me? No. Does it shock me that like she probably is going down the road of like some rage bait? Not at all. Do I think that that's how she started? Because it seems very convenient. It seems very convenient that once you started getting some controversy and you heard some people go, is this rage bait? Is this just rage bait though? You were like, yes, it was rage bait. I did that on purpose. That has been the purpose this entire time. Thank you for noticing. It's like when you make a pun, but it was not intended, and they're like, oh my god, did you mean to make that joke? And you're like, yes. Yes, I did. Right? Like, has it really been rage bait all along, or are you now manufacturing rage bait so that you can manufacture plausible deniability?
That really set people off, as if they couldn't tell that that's obviously not the case. Anyway, it's just hilarious. So I finally got back in my inbox far enough, because I get like 100 messages a day, but I finally found the ones from the week I posted that, and let's see. Stupid B, I can't wait to find you in public.
Sorry, it's her making it really loud, but yeah, we don't need to read all these. We get it. And
who wants?
That is not her only skill. This user, known as Shay.nanigans87, not only is a skilled partner shamer, husband tracker, rage bait creator, but she also finds people. Like literally will find you based off of very little information, and I will show you what I mean by that.
Who wants to do a scavenger hunt on this girl's profile? Let's see if we can find her city, her state, where her kids go to school, where she works, and ultimately where she poops. Okay, her profile and her followers are private. Great job, but she had her full name, so we found her Facebook. She said she moved, but both of these places give us the state, so there we go. And it told us that she works here, in the same state. And I hate when I find this information, but she posted about early release at her son's school, so now we know where he goes, and that would be here. Then she made this post on October 7th saying she was selling some things, and at the top of the pictures was her old address, which is here. As you can see, it said that it's sold. Here's her old pooper. It sold on November 23rd, so she either moved into a new house that day or maybe waited a couple months. Not sure. Let's find out. On October 7th, on the same post, she wrote, "We're under contract." But that doesn't mean they close in 30 to 45 days. This is the only picture she has of her new house. Let's look at it. It's got brick with cream grout and a black concrete painted porch that used to be green. She made this post asking if people in a certain city what they do for internet. So now we know what city she lives in currently. So we go to Zillow and we search houses and townhouses that sold in the last 6 months and are brick. We look at this one, but the grout is not matching. You see, it has to be cream. There was only like 80 brick ones. This one doesn't match because it's got the vinyl. This one I thought was close, but look underneath the door. There's brick under the door, and here it's only white, only wood under the door. This one has all the bricks lined up perfectly next to it. Nope, hers doesn't, so that's not a match. This one had the black painted concrete, but this white border along the edge. And then this one had vertical bricks at the very bottom, which doesn't match hers either. But we're getting closer. This one ended up not having a porch, and through process of elimination, this is the last house. So I don't know. Is it yours? Is this where you poop?
Stay safe.
So basically, yeah, I think Shenanigans is a great person, a brilliant, good person. I think, I'm sorry I ever said anything bad about her. I will never do it again. She can be the godmother of my children. It's fine. Change locks, install cameras, buy protection now. Yeah, people like that are the reason that I got a second dog. You know what I mean? Like, oh, geez. Now, to be fair, there was, that lady did say, I bet you can't find me. The lady did have the forewarning, you know, at the beginning there. She was like, she sent out the invite, okay? If a man did that, he would be arrested. I have a feeling that that is true. I don't think this one passes the gender swap test. Oh my goodness. And this is the reason why my Facebook account is private. Yeah, lesson to be learned here, definitely. I really try to keep my locked down, okay? And every once in a while, I'll hire a social security, like, cyber sleuth to kind of run through and see how easy I am to find. I'm currently rated difficult, but not impossible. But I will say, like, you're not gonna find me publicly posting my kids' school stuff at all, dude. That's, yeah, nothing public there. That's kind of crazy, though. Definitely make sure that your stuff is locked down, because there are people like that out there. You know, this is when your kids are like, it's time to teach them about internet safety, just show them Shenanigans playlist. Honestly, like, that should do it. That and, like, all those various catfishing episodes, just show them the show Catfish and Shenanigans stuff, okay? All right, who was it earlier who wanted an update on the lady who was shaming her husband and in-laws? Who was it?
My husband.
Because we've got a whole update on that one. This one was the coverage of Mrs. Messy Talk. This was back in July of 2020.
My husband said he doesn't make any mess in the house, so I haven't been picking up after him completely for the past 3 weeks. He said he can't live in the messy house and went to see his mom overseas for 3 weeks. I am so happy.
This has been the most requested episode.
First of all, thank you, Sam. Thank you. Sam says that A, that lady is nuts. B, cool costume. Thank you. I'm going to try not to get any more slime on it.
Welcome to episode 11 of my series, Partner Shaming Karma, where people secretly record and bash their partners online for clout and expect no consequences. This creator, whose bio reads narcissistic husband and crazy mother-in-law and boasts 150,000 followers and 8.5 million likes, has built this platform talking about how much she hates her family, but how divorce is too expensive. Her followers rally her on not only while she rebels against her family's unfair cleaning expectations, but also while she texts her ex behind her husband's back. In between videos about her in-laws' ungrateful complaints, we also get a front row seat to an emotional affair she begins with a man named Mark. Some replies to this video read, go grab a coffee with him and see, but try to get out of your relationship to free your mind. This woman says he's probably better than your current model, and she says, I'll talk to him a bit more, then ghost him for a week. And this lady just wants to know what soap she's using. Basically, this account is a place where people go to tell on themselves. It's also really hard to keep rooting her on because she spends all this time doing this cleaning strike, but then the second he leaves for Europe, she just cleans up after him anyway. Now, I do not know this man. I do not know if, as she describes, he is rude, doesn't let her spend money on herself, doesn't ever buy her gifts. But I do know that creating an entire platform that revolves around secretly recording and bashing this person that you plan on continuing to live with is super unhealthy. Even if they never see it, you're creating an entire online world of us versus them. The problem is that none of these people on TikTok are actually going to be there for you in the aftermath when this all falls apart. Now you might be wondering, what are the odds her husband has seen this? To be decided, but it seems like she's really trying to keep it from him. And is it really worth living with that anxiety?
So for those of you who can't see, the creator responds with a comment that says, "Do you think he has seen your TikTok?" She says, "This is what I'm afraid of. I hope it didn't sync with my contacts. That would probably make me want to delete my account." Oh God.
Even if you're planning on leaving them anyway, trying to keep the secret of recording them and bashing them online is only going to amplify your mental health problems, and it's not going to look great in court. Clout-wise, it's not even a sustainable grift unless you plan on being miserable forever. If you're thinking about secretly recording your partner, just break up. And if you honestly think that public humiliation works, you might just share a few ideals with this lady.
Oh yeah, that was during the peak of that trial. Oh man, what a blast from the past that was. So, okay, before I update you, and I'm so sorry, Catilia, I just have donut on my hands now. I just gotta quick rinse them off really quick. It was a Slimer donut. It's sticky. It was so good though. What was that, like an apple? Okay. Catilia, you can come back. Miles is gonna come running in here. Okay. So where is Mrs. Messy Talk today? There have been quite some changes. So, I actually checked in on her a while back. I've been paying attention to Mrs. Messy Talk. So over the last several months to years since then, since July of 2022, she has gotten a divorce. Got a divorce, moved out. It's my understanding that they owned a few different Airbnb properties together. So basically she just ended up getting one, maybe more than one, because now she is like renting out and cleaning the Airbnbs, and it's pretty much just like her whole account is still just cleaning content. Tons of cleaner. But just divorced now. So here's a peek in the life. Turned off the do music because we don't need it. Says, my ex-husband got on my nerves. I am getting a ticket to go to Finland ASAP. He took my 6-year-old son to Finland 2 weeks ago to see his relatives, and they supposed to come back today. English is not her first language, but I like to read it in her voice. Today he said he wasn't feeling well because they celebrated a big holiday, Midsummer's Eve, on June 23rd through 24th. This is an older one. Got super drunk and didn't go to the airport. Valid complaints, I will say. You should be sober and promptly on time for your child exchanges. Also, like, not to be a foot guy, but she does have some, like, prime piggies, honestly. She should sell those to the fetishists, because she's got a clean pedicure. We gotta give it to her. But, like, she's Mrs. Clean. This is her whole thing. This is her life. Sorry, I should have played earlier. He said they will stay in Finland for now, and he has not decided when he is coming back. Okay, that's crazy. I will get a ticket to Florida, to Finland, and go there tonight to get my son. Good for you. Good for you, Mom. What an irresponsible adult to get drunk till he blacks out with a small child in a foreign country. Oh, that's so gross. I'm taking my 9-month-old baby with me on the plane because she is still breastfeeding and I can't leave her. You didn't have to show us that part, ma'am. Oh my God. Oh, God, I'm so sorry that I subjected you to this. Okay. Alright, well, that's how she's doing. Ugh. Now, here's another theory. What if she literally just works as a cleaner and it just loves to write stories? What if none of this has been true this whole entire time? Like, she was gonna clean these houses anyway, but now, like, wouldn't it be funny if I just told these insane stories while cleaning? And, like, she does pretty decently. Like, oh my god, 10 million views? What in the world could be worth 10 million views about this? Our Airbnb guest has reached out to me on the second day of their 7-day stay and asked for more toilet paper. We leave 2 big rolls of toilet paper per bathroom, so 4 total. Okay, we only provide the starter pack of everything such as toilet paper, hand soap, fish soap, 4 pods of laundry detergent, trash bags, 10 things of coffee. The man used 4 rolls of toilet paper in less than 2 days and expected me to run and get some more for him. Okay, I'm invested, actually. First of all, the nightly price is below $100. You can't get that price even at the motel in Florida. Okay. I'm on her side. An Airbnb for under $100? 4 rolls is enough. I didn't know how I was gonna go on this one, but to be honest, I'm a Mrs. Messy Talk fan. I'm on her side, actually, because I don't think any of this is real. I think she's just a lady who likes to clean and tell stories and write fiction, and I think she's nailing it, to be honest. Hotels restock toilet paper. I don't know if Airbnbs do, but you should if you don't want a shitty review, though. That's business. Second of all, what's the problem to buy some toilet paper if you know that you are going to go through 4 rolls per day? I don't think anybody who goes through 4 rolls in a day knew that was going to happen. Hold on. I want to use a TJ card. Hey, babe. Can I use a TJ card? Dylan says, and thank you for the super chats that I just kind of like thanked quietly while the show was going on. In 2020, the toilet paper would be considered corn. Did you mean like that to mean like porn? Hold on though, Airbnb is notorious for their additional fees.
What's up?
Excuse me. Have you ever gone through 4 toilet paper rolls in one day?
Only if I'm doing a craft. Like, not for anything, like, bowel movement related. Only if I'm, like, using it for, like, paper mache.
How many would you say you would reasonably go through in a day?
Not a single one if I'm just using it for poop.
I think that's a really good point. I'm just like...
And even for crafts, that's not ideal.
Yeah, I'm like 6 to 8 rolls a year.
That's gross. You should wash your body.
Oh my god, he's
That's
like, Aaron
disgusting.
is the most like conservative TP user I've ever met in my entire life. Yeah, I'm like trying to think, maybe if you like made a mess and you had nothing else to clean it up with, like there was no paper towel. Or maybe if like you said that there was only one person coming but you invited multiple people.
The only time I've ever gone through so many toilet paper rolls is when I used to host parties at my house, because my house was the party house in college. So, but my roommates were always like, gonna go get some extra toilet paper, you know, and I'm like, cool, you know, or like we would make sure we're always stocked up, because the last thing you want to be is the place that has like...
Okay, it's 3 people total. Nah, because 1 roll per person is already too much in one day.
In one
what
day,
do
yeah.
you mean? I'm on her side.
That's really strange.
I'm team Messy Talk on this one. 10 million views though. That's crazy. Like, I think that there's probably some truth to this, and then like it's 40 minutes driving for me to get there with my baby and 40 minutes back. I was like, F it, I will bring this man some toilet paper. I brought him like 20 rolls. When I came to clean the house, there was not a single toilet paper roll left, not even half the roll. They literally took everything with them, even the sugar and all of the hand soap bottles. Okay, that's the wildest homeless grift ever, is like to pay $100 for an Airbnb and then end up with like a year's for Aaron, a year's worth. Honestly, 4 years worth for Aaron of toilet paper. Dude, 4 years worth of toilet paper they got for $100 at an Airbnb. Not to mention they got a night at an Airbnb, a little vacation, a bunch of free soap. Like they have enough bath time items and necessities for months. Wow. That's like the way people be getting Planet Fitness memberships just so they can shower. Oh man. I don't know how I feel about this one. Stop going on the keyboard. Yeah, I need to get a bidet. That's a good point, actually. But that's where she's at. So we're not even sure if she's real, quite frankly. We might have all played in her thing. On to the next update. How in the hell? Sorry. Let's try that again. When my cat is just rubbing everywhere and causing us to like jump scare around. All right. This was a partner shaming from also July of 2022. The peak of partner shaming, apparently. This was the earring girl.
She knows.
So, a lot of people probably did not even piece together what we just watched. The implication here is that she has found a typical diamond-like earring in her marital bed. However, when she pans to her face, she clearly has gauges, meaning that she would not be able to wear a simple stud earring like that. Meaning that obviously the thing to do is to get the world's most popular social media platform to speculate publicly on whether or not her husband is cheating on her. Obviously, that's the way that we handle that one.
So I did not know what I was looking at first, but a quick trip to the comments taught me that this woman found this earring in the bed that she shares with her boyfriend. But they clearly do not fit her ears. Madness ensues in the comments. He knows whose it is. She left it there on purpose. Matter of fact, we go in full FBI. Scroll through his Facebook, see who has that earring. This one really stood out to me, though. No one will get more upset on this planet than a man who's being accused of doing something he absolutely did. Ask him. Like, I can think of one man who might get a little bit more upset, and it might be the guy who didn't do anything. I do agree with just asking him, though. So she makes an update video saying that she did ask him about it, and he has no idea. In part 3, her daughter actually says that it could be her friends because they just had a sleepover, but mom is really doubtful because she said that if it fell out, it wouldn't have the back in it. To me, though, this seemed like the most reasonable theory. Like, my first thought was that this looks like a kid's earring. In the next update, she says that in her heart and her soul, she knows that he didn't do anything, but expresses frustration that her phone has been logged out of the front door camera for a while. The comments absolutely freak out. Your front door camera just happens to log you out the same day you found out about the earring. Think about it. All right, so real quick, I have a background in computer science, but you don't need one to know that if you have one of these doorbell cameras, a simple software update will log you out. And a lot of people just forget, in fact, big businesses forget to log back in and reconfigure the thing. So it's probably just what happened here, hence the deafening silence from her to explain any more of this. But, you know, she had to keep that suspicion going for the views. In her final update, she says she knows he didn't cheat on her and it's back to regular programming. Except just kidding, because even though earlier she said in her heart and her soul she knew it was a coincidence, she makes a video saying she doesn't believe in coincidences. And then makes this one just following him around, filming him with the caption, "He knows he's on my radar, hashtag the culprit." Then another just kidding, we're fine, he didn't cheat on me, I have coffee now video for good measure. So then what was the point of all that? If you don't think he cheated on you, and I don't think he did either, why are the videos still up? How are you going to justify getting millions of people to think your man's a hoe and then just be like, anyway, back to normal? So I did ask directly if he knows about these TikToks and she has not responded. Guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you don't think your partner is cheating on you, you don't have to convince millions of people that they are. Call it a life hack. Like, despite what the TikTok algorithm may feed you, you don't have to shit on your partner to make good content. I am a massive simp for TJ on my channel, and everybody knows it. Guys, your relationships are going to be a lot more joyful if people love your partner because of the way you talk about them, not the opposite. Trust me.
But what do I know? So, where is Earring Girl now? Well, as one fun update, a lot of you guys ask me if there is ever any partner shamers who make responses to the videos that I make on them. And the answer is yes, and Earring Girl did make a video response to me, so we shall watch that one together.
I don't really know where to begin, but I felt like I needed to post this because I have a lot of responses and insight from my side that I think this video just kind of rubs me wrong in a little way. And no offense to the Dadvocate, I follow your page quite often, watch your videos, big fan.
Oh,
but there are a couple things
that
I've kind of compiled and prepared. First and foremost, I haven't had a chance to give a response about, does he know about these videos? Yes, he knows about these videos. When I brought the earring to his attention when I found it, hey, what's this? This is weird. I don't know, was the response. Me telling him next is that, just to let you know, I don't think that you've cheated on me, but if I find out, things are not going to be good. So it's him knowing that, like, hey, I know that this is weird, probably not anything to worry about, but you're still going to be on my radar because that was suspicious. That's naturally protecting myself that, hey, I love you and I trust you, but I'm going to be a little more cautious about.
Honestly, like, girl, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't blame you for being suspicious, and I don't blame you for wanting to sleep with one eye open, being a little bit more cautious. None of that had to be our business, though. That's all. That's all. By all means, it's the same as, you know, how I've told people in the past, like, I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with, like, going on strike in your home to prove a point. You know, I've heard of this in all kinds of ways. The person who cooks the most is like, you don't appreciate my cooking, I'm going to stop cooking, and you're going to feel how much you love it. You don't appreciate my cleaning, I'm going to stop cleaning, and you're going to see how much I do. I actually think it's very effective. Obviously, my only issue is when you make it our business. When you post it online, it completely changes everything. It changes all of the dynamics. It changes the entire way that it can be interpreted by other people, everyone's reputation. That's where we start to have a problem.
About things that are going on. And I don't think that there's anything bad about that in a relationship. Still having a trust, nothing has been broken. And that's why I never went through his phone or pushed the camera issue, because it was a couple days of just me not knowing where I was with my feelings in the situation. And I don't think that leaving the videos up shits on him. I don't think that the videos continuing to being posted with some of my responses are clout chasing or seeking for attention or views.
Okay, so leaving the videos up, she doesn't think they shit all over her partner. I mean, you guys all saw the same comments that I did, right? Like, we all saw that. She doesn't think they're shitting on the partner. She's saying she didn't do that for clout or the views. So surely she'll give us a valid reason that she did leave it up.
My content had 5,000 followers before that video was posted. Never in my biggest dream did I think almost 5 million people would see it. But they did. And I had answers that were honest to return to that. And he follows my TikTok, so he's aware. We communicate about this in a healthy way. None of my responses were...
In your opinion, you've been communicating about this in a healthy way. In your opinion.
Or anything that he hasn't heard from me as well. So, Back to the regular scheduled programming. What I want my TikTok to be about is not one viral video that people are very strong opinionated about. I have other content that I feel strongly about and that I've tried to go back to. So really, if you stuck around for the 2.5 minutes, thanks. I just wanted to give out my opinions and my side to that response. I love him dearly. It's a hiccup. Couples have hiccups. And he doesn't think that I'm shitting on him or feel like I'm shitting on him. In fact, there are people that were telling me that I was doing charity work dating the man. And
What? You're gonna sit here and go, nobody thinks I'm shitting on him. Like, just because they're telling me that I'm doing charity work by dating him doesn't mean anyone is shitting on him. So you just came to tell on yourself.
my response to those videos were ouch, because looks mean nothing to me.
Oh, that hurt me, and it didn't even happen to me. No! Honey! Oh, fuck! I'm so wounded. Oh, I'm wounded. Guys, if someone tells you you're doing charity work by dating your partner, you're supposed to say, no, I'm fucking not. We're amazing, incredible equals for each other. They're hot as shit. Not, looks don't even matter to me. You might as well have just said, I know he's ugly, but I don't care. Can you believe, oh my God, if someone came up to TJ and was like, you're doing charity work, and he was like, looks don't matter to me, I would never emotionally recover from that. I would just be a soulless husk, a shell of who I used to be. Oh my God! No one's trying to shit on him. Look, looks don't even matter to me. Now he has to cheat on you. I'm kidding! I'm kidding. That was a little funny, though. That was a little... Good God, that was diabolical. I have one more video as a little update on how she's doing. This was just a random one, but I happened to come across it, and I was like, I had to see this, so now you guys have to as well. And it just kind of... It just kind of shows me a little bit that maybe, like, we haven't fucking learned anything, because it's one thing to, like, be a partner shamer. It's another thing to be an unapologetic partner shamer, which, to be fair, is, like, most of them. There have been a few partner shamers who are like, oh, shit, like, I really didn't mean to do that, and they delete their shit. She, obviously, I don't know if you guys watched the same video that I did, but I didn't see a single drop of, like, accountability. I just saw a lot of nuh-uh, no, nuh-uh, right? And so, like, it's one thing to be an unapologetic partner shamer, but then to, like, also check off all of the other annoying girlfriend tropes by doing viral TikTok tests on them, you're gonna have to get roasted. This is her doing the 10 TikTok challenge. I've covered this as well before as a form of partner shaming, but it's where you make them scroll their For You page for 10 seconds in front of you in order to, like, make sure that you're not following any thirst traps or training the algorithm that you want to see thirst traps. That's basically the test.
I will give you the old slub on the knob, glut glut 3000. If
I don't know about you guys. I will never know exactly what it's like to be a man. And while we have our own version of it, I'll never know exactly what it's like to receive, in her words, the old slob on the knob, glug glug 3000. I'll never know, right? But I have to imagine that nothing takes the joy immediately out of it like being offered it conditionally. And for that condition to be a relationship loyalty test. Gotta say, I am positive if it's anything like the old carpet munch 3000, if we're gonna make a similar colloquial term here, that it's probably an incredible, amazing sensation. But is it worth being patronized into oblivion in order to receive it? Is it worth subjecting ourselves to public scrutiny to receive? I don't know. Charlie says, you mean transactional? There used to be a word for it, you know. There's an age-old career that specializes in it. Girthy says, for weak men, yes, anything is worth a BJ. For strong men, no. Conditional clam shucking, says Dylan Montgomery. We're gonna have to come up with something a little bit more demure, gang. Hi, buddies. Hold on, we has a buddy's appearance. Hi, bud. Why are you still wearing your walkies vest? Okay. Zachary, I'm getting Eminem versus MGK vibes between Lauren and this chick, since she's a fan of Lauren, but Lauren is just not having any of her crap. Man, I tried too. I tried. But this is so cringe. Hold on, let me.
If I can scroll through your For You page and go through 10 videos without seeing one.
We're doing this. You gotta quit. You gotta stop.
Well, let's do it. Alright, here's one. I can do it.
He wanted to scroll and she snatched it. She said, I can do it.
Watch it.
Ooh, Shala, I like that. I give her the old tongue spelling bee. Diabolical in a good way, Shala. I shall wingman for you for that. That's a good one, homie. Okay, I love that she tries to like rapid scroll because she's like, there's no titties, like, I'm getting proven wrong. Again, back to the whole self-fulfilling prophecy thing. And I love that he's like, no, watch this one, it's funny.
Okay, that one doesn't count. There's 2.
Wait, why does it not count? It doesn't count? She's trying to say it doesn't count because he didn't fail immediately? Bro. Guys, I'm telling you, it is a sickness.
3.
Our 10-year anniversary sale is happening
4.
Now. Celebrate with Morning Peeps. How to measure for a dry chef if you
have 5.
How to measure for things, like... This is exactly how it would go if I tried this test with TJ. If I was like, all right, babe, loyalty test. We're gonna see how cringe your algorithm is. Like, I'm gonna scroll and we're gonna see how many naked chicks you look at, and it would just be like, how to build a tabletop castle, how to design an encounter for undead monsters. Like, there would be no tea.
So I'm going to use this comment as a guide for this whole entire rant. And this is multiple people saying it.
She like shows the camera, like that's the best she's gotten. The closest that she's gotten is that a girl showed up on his For You page. And to her, that's even enough to show the camera. It's a girl talking. Call the cops! Call the feds! There's 2 X chromosomes next to each other within a 40-mile radius of my man. FBI, open up.
She's not naked, so I'll count it. That's 6.
When a coworker acts like the boss.
7.
Isn't it bizarre to watch a woman's, like, growing disappointment as her man demonstrates his loyalty? Isn't this a fucking weird phenomenon that we're all experiencing together? And the fact that, like, this happens often, that women excitedly set up camera equipment to record what they think is about to be their partner disappointing them, and then they instead get disappointed when they are not let down. Like, you're bummed that you don't get to be a victim? Is that... What the fuck?
They put you in.
8.
You know, it's always the same.
9.
Have you ever heard of swamp?
10. You made it through 10, and there was no naked women. Dang it.
There's no naked women on TikTok. What? Dylan says this dude could be blind, tapping his way down the street, and she'd be like, "You smelled that bitch, didn't you?" I can't believe I've never heard, like, any variation of that joke before. That's funny. She says, "Way to go, babe." I know, what a great night for this guy. Do you think that she's gonna, like, withhold the sloppy toppy, though, because he didn't fail? I'm confused at how this was supposed to go. What if he did fail? Would he still get it? Because remember, like, she said, "I will give you the Glug Glug 3000 if you let me scroll your For You page." What if she does and every single one is just a disgusting, degenerate, and it's, like, not even, like, normal half-naked girls, but it's, like, weird stuff, too. Like, I don't even know. Like, she's dressed up like Lois from Family Guy or something, or it's, like, gender swap Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Like, something absolutely heinous. Like, does she still have to do it? A deal's a deal.
We're gonna go until we see naked women. This guy's really funny.
He's gonna scroll fast.
I don't want to watch him.
We can go back. 12.
This is how we mow the grass.
She's not stopping at 10. She's determined to find at least a single titty on this man's page. She's like, I'm not gonna be made a liar. I already told myself that you're a piece of shit. I'm not letting myself down.
Vagina is. I saw it on Google Images last night. That was a picture of a delicate flower. No, I think it actually was an exploded deli meat sandwich.
This says he made it through 35 and still no thirst traps or half-naked people. And look how genuinely happy she looks about it. Dude, this is why you have crazy lunatics like Pearl Davis saying crazy shit like women want to be cheated on. It's because we see videos like this, and it really makes it look like that's the case, doesn't it? Like, obviously we know that women certainly do not want to be cheated on, and yet, like, when I watch things like this, I'm like, I think this one does, though. I'm She's starting to think she does. Or pregnant Goku. Okay, you guys really have interneted more than me. I thought I was chronically online and 4chan brained, but y'all are way worse than me. I'm sorry, my light is just running away from me. Cotelia. For our next update.
Welcome to another.
First of all, man, when I went back on this, I was like, where did that dress go? I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, I have not seen this dress in years. And I know that it's not that I, like, grew out of it. I'm like, I miss this dress so much. Seeing this video makes me so sad. If anybody ever, like, finds this dress, please email me, Lauren@Dadvocate.net. Okay. Wait, someone explained what block tax means? I'm like, I really want to know. Explaining ad block tax. If you're not getting revenue from his ad view, so he supports more directly. Aww. That explains everything. Thank you. That's so kind. Anyway, for our next partner shamer update, this one was from August of 2022. And this is Daddy Won't Get Up Lady.
Welcome to another episode of Partner Shaming, where people secretly record and bash their partners to millions of people on the internet for clout and then expect a healthy relationship afterwards. The series I've begged the gods to let me end, but it just keeps happening. Let's get into it.
Daddy, where are you? Come, Daddy.
Okay.
Daddy, wait.
Alright, the text overlay reads, he wouldn't get up from his nap. Which, like, dude, a lot of us went into this video thinking that, like, she was filming her daughter's reaction to, like, literally finding her husband dead, first of all.
Daddy, wait.
Dude, you're scratching me. Arms waiting for her hug.
Oh, he's gonna get eviscerated. Yeah, you can't put a kid that cute and that sad online to millions of strangers and then make them believe that it was the dad who made her that sad. He's gonna get destroyed. This video is currently at 2.9 million views. As you can imagine, that is a lot of people who hate that dad right now. Now, I'm not the only one who felt something weird while watching this. One person says, pains me to ask this, but what was the point of recording this video? And says that it seems like she's kind of using it as bait for attention. Creator responds that her original intention was to show her partner how cute she was being and that she did not anticipate that it would be interpreted otherwise. You know how you put sad piano music and heartbreak emojis on videos you intend to be cute? So this is right on trope with the series, where as soon as criticism is introduced, we enter the just kidding, we're fine phase. Except they're not, because she strikes with the partner shaming immediately afterward.
Daddy.
It says, my 2-year-old's daddy keeps telling her no to playing and doing things.
Sweet. Sounds sweet. But he's tired, Daddy's gonna sit down for a couple.
So she's filming the little daughter, asking if he can play, and he's saying, you know, Daddy's tired. And then she adds, context, he only worked in the morning, had the whole afternoon to rest, and had just come home from going to the store. Dude, I will say this. I think we can all, like, relate to that dad sometimes. Now, obviously, the thing to do that I would recommend to all parents is, I know you're tired. I know you don't want to play. You should, though. You should get up and do it. You should. I'm not here to, like, completely advocate for this dad's actions. I will say you should get up, you know, no matter what. But at the same time, going to the store is exhausting. Grocery shopping is my least favorite chore, to the point where I had a full-on Instacart addiction for a while because I hated grocery shopping so much that I was spending like $300 a month on making and having other people do my shopping. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at one point I realized that was dumb and I need to do my own shopping. But sometimes after a long shopping trip, especially when you're getting like $300, $350 worth of groceries, you are like, dude, don't even look at me by the time I get home. Okay? Everybody has those days where they're like, baby, I am so sorry, but not today. Not today, man. You know, you gotta find some other kids for that. Now, especially if I was having one of those days and my partner starts putting a camera in my face, trying to make it look like I don't care about my kids to the internet. Come on.
Messy.
Now, for the most part, I'm the kind of parent where if my kid wants to play, I'm going to begrudgingly go and play. However, I've also been that parent who is so tired from work. And the earlier I get up, the more tired I am later in the day, okay? And it's a terrible feeling to be in because you know that you have to take care of yourself, but you also feel that parental guilt of not sharing in that time with your child. But parents, it's also okay to say no to playing with your kids sometimes. But just think about how weird it would be for you if you were in this very normal situation where you're sitting on the couch, you're trying to rest, your kid is trying to get your attention, and your partner is just over there like... So by now people are concerned and they're asking if he's a deadbeat because that's, you know, how she portrayed him to millions of people. So she makes a video responding like this.
Of the people saying I am portraying my baby daddy as a deadbeat.
Okay, that's weird to me. Most people don't call their partner their baby daddy. Most people call their ex their baby daddy. Why is she treating the man she's living with like her ex?
It makes you think that this is like an unusual situation with him.
She somehow didn't answer a single question. And maybe she doesn't expect this to be interpreted differently, but the way I interpreted that was her doubling down and agreeing that he is a deadbeat. Which is weird because here he is featured dozens of other times throughout her channel being super hands-on. Just yikes, dude. Okay, it's super normal to be frustrated with your partner and feel like they're not doing things the way that you think they should, right? But if you choose to paint this man as just a baby daddy to you, be very careful with the self-fulfilling prophecies that you put out there because you might just make that happen. So unless you want the next time that someone is recording him playing with his daughter at Disney to be without you, you might want to protect what's important to you.
I'm going to pause there and just go immediately to the update. Shopping as a single mom be like. That's the update. Who saw that one coming? I mean... On to the next one.
We're on episode 18 of...
Okay. Let's get through these. Hold on, how many more do we have before we get to Wife Strike? Because I know we won't be able to do the whole interview, but okay. Let's get through these. Da-da-da. Okay. We'll do a couple more. A couple more updates. Some of these are kind of nothing burger updates.
Did you shut the door real hard?
No, why?
Come on, Mouse.
Not on Halloween.
Here.
Not doors slamming themselves on Halloween.
Yeah, for real though.
Oh no. A partner shamer is haunting us. Okay. Our third to last partner shamer update of the day is I Have Nobody Lady.
We're on episode 18 of Partner Shaming, the series that constantly teaches us that once you portray your partner as a piece of crap to the internet, you cannot unring that bell. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, folks. What's our issue today?
So it's Saturday. It's my one day off that I have with my husband. And he's been in the garage all day. But like, I'm in the house. I'm available for conversation. But he's just in the garage on his phone and tinkering and not really doing anything productive. It's his day off and I get that that's what he wants to do. But it's my also mutual day off and I'm doing things that
Hold on, I have to double check. Is this the one that I wanted to... That's not the one that I wanted to do.
Interesting things I
This is the one that I wanted to do. It's like, wait a minute.
found in my interesting things I found
Okay.
in
Bless her heart, but that last one just was not as good as this one. Okay, this is the one that I want to cover. Girlfriend goes through new boyfriend's room and posts it. Now, I just want to stress by saying that, like, I did not put her voice in this voice filter. I hate this voice filter. If there was a way for me to present this to you without the involvement of this voice filter, please believe that I would, and I apologize.
interesting things I found in my boyfriend's room while he was out golfing. A book about how monogamy isn't realistic in our society. An eyelash wand that is absolutely not mine. I don't even get my lashes done.
Oh. Okay, so at face value, what we seem to be looking at here is she introduces us to every interesting or suspicious thing that she finds, including a book about how monogamy is not realistic in today's society, and a lash wand that is not hers, heavily implying he's cheating. Yeah, it's not looking too good for this guy here, but hey, at least she didn't show his face, right? So when that didn't go as she planned, she actually makes another just kidding.
I had an editor edit down this one. This was from a full live, but she actually does completely show his face. I don't know why that didn't make it into the short.
Horrifying video, but this time where she very sardonically blames us, the audience, for not getting it, claiming that it was all satire.
It's okay. You can laugh. It's funny.
Yeah, he looks real impressed.
So she makes this video judging his room, then makes this video with him, trying to, like, prove to all of us that it's actually fine. Everything's cool. He's totally fine with the joke.
999 is a good time. Who the fuck are you?
So as an update, here's where we are 2 years later. How many dates until I can ask him why his phone is always on Do Not Disturb? So basically, this is definitely a new date, obviously. She and that boyfriend broke up almost within days of me posting my video, quite frankly. Their breakup was swift. The consistency of any relationship since then, none. As you can tell, this is a fairly new relationship, and she is once again still engaging in speculative and constantly untrusting behaviors. So that's fun. That's very cute, very demure.
Dating in New York City is so bad. I'm currently...
I think that's a good update. I think that's... Yeah. I mean, that's it, but let's let her finish.
in love with someone that's on the other side of the world. I would rather be in a long distance relationship with someone on the literal other side of the planet than date someone in New York City.
Good luck. Good luck. I mean, that's one way to avoid having her go through all of your stuff within days of knowing her. So yeah, that one, amazingly, another relationship that did not quite work out, unfortunately. There was also this one.
This TikTok reads, "You may have a great husband, but I have a Matt. Every Sunday, Matt goes to get himself breakfast, forgetting he has a wife and a child, then leaves the garbage on the counter for his wife, who he didn't buy breakfast for, to throw it out. You may have a great husband, but I have a Matt. Matt graciously takes out the trash once every few months, but never puts a bag in, leaving me to be surprised by this treasure. Only thing better is when he does this with the diaper pail. You might have a great husband, but I have a Matt. Every day, Matt leaves his clothes right next to the hamper for me to pick up. I know this isn't a husband roasting page, but he makes it too easy." Wait, and we're posting these from Maine, from the business page? Okay, girl, go on. You might have a great husband, but I have a Matt. Every morning, Matt dumps out the coffee water because he likes fresh water, leaving me with none, and then having to wait 15 minutes for coffee while I refill and it heats up, forgetting I exist, only thinking of himself. Just another day in paradise, cleaning up husband's laundry, putting away his dishes, making my own coffee, and cleaning his gross snacks out of my car. Husbands, why? And now I know what your husband's drawers look like, so that's cool. Okay, so here we actually get to see Matt. Let's see what the comments say. That's him, even the dogs are over it. Is that Matt? Is that Matt? Is that Matt? Go push him in. Me patiently waiting for Matt to receive karma. Bite him, Stella. If that's Matt, please push him in there. Laughing emojis. If it's Matt, I hope Stella bites him and he does fall in. Am I off for thinking this is a little savage? That was a lot of different ways to say very loudly and very connected to your personal life that your husband is not great. Personally, if I saw that my husband was talking about me like this on his personal business page, I would feel like my heart was being torn open like a bag of Doritos. But let's see what people in her comments have to say. I bet they're real nice to him. I'd rather be alone with cats than have a Matt. My anger issues could never. Throw Matt out too. I had a Matt. He's no longer a part of my life. You deserve so much better, bestie. This is not okay.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on. So, where is Stella's way today? So, she went ahead and deleted all the Matt stuff. I did see that we have this website up, right? So, I went to the website. Seems like it's still going. And when you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is an Instagram here. Let me just make sure it's formatted in a way that looks good and doesn't have all my stuff up there. Hold on. Dylan says, the exact opposite of New York City is the Indian Ocean. There are plenty of fish there. I see what you did there. For once, I understood a super chat. So, from her website, I found her Instagram. And you can't see... you can't see who they're following. I think it's just private. But if we go to followers, let's see... Oh, it was another one that I found. Where did I find her name on here? It was like... I don't remember how I ended up finding it. But at some point, I found where her personal Instagram is. And it really didn't seem to show Matt at all. I found her Facebook, and it said no relationship info to show. I found Matt's. It doesn't show anything on his. So that one's kind of an unknown, but I will say it's not looking very good for Matt. And the lesson also being, never mix partner shaming with your business. Don't shit where you eat, because now, unfortunately, Stella's Way business is forever going to be tainted by the Matt shaming, quite frankly. All right. Now for our big final update, okay? So, let me pull this up. How many of you guys remember the wife strike situation? Because it was one of the most insane pieces of my history as a creator, and also of all time, quite frankly.
And then the extra arms are going to come out the back.
Oh.
Do you remember this thing from the non-alcoholic wine holders?
Oh, I thought you just built that. Oh, wow.
No,
sorry, my husband is building his son's Halloween costume, as he always does. I think I was just talking about this during my last live stream, how he always does this.
His old school belts, and I just looped it through. It's like velvet lined, but the character has like extra arms. So the extra arms are going to be through here, and then I just have to cut these holes out the back of the suit jacket. It's going to be way easier than I originally thought it was going to be. I just got super excited that it worked, so I wanted to show it off. Anyway.
Oh, snap.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. Yes, it is wife strike update time. I know I've already said this before, but people need to stop putting their relationships online. At least not to this degree. Alright, what do you guys think? Do you want to watch the 18-minute full wife strike saga? Yes, no, or do we we already are familiar with this, or do you guys want to see the insanity? Because there has never before been a partner shaming like this one. The entire saga is insane. Okay? You know what? Let's try to get through it. Try rapid fire TLDR explain what happened, or do you guys want to watch the 18-minute video? What do you guys think? Yes, full. We know the gist. Cliff notes, yes for the new peeps. Yeah, you guys are gonna like this. We'll watch it. For those of you who don't want to watch it, come back in 20 and I'll give you the updates. Whoops. You know what helps? Volume. Volume helps.
Of the partner shamers I cover ever make response videos to mine? The answer is yes. And do I have one?
Isn't the whole point of wife strike?
All right.
I keep trying to tell y'all that once you get in the habit of publicly humiliating your spouse online, you are putting your marriage on hospice. But y'all don't want to listen to me, so today we have our first episode of partner shaming karma that actually ends in divorce. Meet Jaylee, stay-at-home mom, beauty vlogger, and now professional.
I now know that it's pronounced Jally. My bad.
Partner shamer. It all started about 8 months ago when Jaylee's husband swore to God that he was doing all the cleaning in the house, so she told him that she was going to go on a 1-week cleaning strike to show him how much she did. And honestly, fair enough. I've seen both men and women do something like this to prove a point. But most of them don't document every day of it and then upload it online to make it the whole world's business. Every single day she walks around the house, documenting every single thing he did or didn't do. And you see it kind of ebb and flow, like some days are cleaner than others, some days are messier than others, as lived-in houses are. And oh, the horror. And I consider myself a very clean person, but this did not warrant the level of shaming, in my opinion. Like, this criticism of how he cleaned the car really confused me.
Oh my god, guys, it just enrages me when something's not done at 100%. Do you guys see this, or is it just me?
See what? Well, apparently she didn't like that other people were pointing out that the mess wasn't that bad because she had to up the ante. And literally posted pictures of her husband's skid marks to TikTok.
Okay, the skid marks thing was such an insane debate, and one that I would love to take a quick moment to get into. So yeah, she got so pissed that I brought up the skid marks, even though she is the one who literally used the term skid marks. So apparently, and I would say most people's understanding, skid marks refers to a trail of poop residue left on underwear because the wearer did not wipe thoroughly enough after a bowel movement. To me and most people, that's the definition. That's what I understood when she said that she posted her husband's skid marks to the internet. Now, apparently, there are some people who define skid marks as a poop smear left inside of a toilet bowl from a rogue dropper. So she is claiming that she posted the inside of the toilet bowl poop. He didn't actually have any skid marks on his underwear, just in the toilet bowl, which I feel is a worthwhile note to make.
Too far. And I'm sorry, but I promise you that you do not know a single woman who does not have at least one pair of discharged stained undies.
Okay, I'll also take the L here. Not a great analogy. Discharged stained underwear is much less avoidable than skid marks, so, hindsight's 2020. I look back at some of my videos and I'm like, I could have done better. That's one that was I lost some people there, and rightfully so. But anyway.
Sorry. Now get this, by the end of the week, the husband rose to the challenge, cleaned the entire house, and she honestly seemed really happy. But as we all know how these things go, the commenters were not. Why did it take him a whole week? You should keep the strike going. Yes, this made the news. And while she said then that divorce was the last thing on her mind, she did decide to keep the strike going for another week after this. At this point, the relationship is crumbling. He found out about the TikToks. His family found out about the TikToks. She considers ending it, but gotta get that clout. At one point, she tries to work on the marriage by asking him to make a list of all the problems he has within the marriage, and then gets mad when he doesn't want to participate. Like, gee, I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because last time he brought up an issue he had in the marriage, he got wife strike TikTok shamed into oblivion. Then she gave him this list. Now here's the part where I lost my mind. Look at this timeline with me. Right after posting that they're on the verge of divorce, she makes these 2 videos complaining that he doesn't want to be intimate with her. Why would he rather be intimate with you than sleep? You don't even like him. At least sleep is peaceful. Well, to no one's surprise, it's gonna be a divorced mommy summer. Pop off, mama. So you might be wondering, now that she's made partner shaming her entire personality for the better part of a year, what's she gonna do now that she doesn't have a partner to shame? Easy, now it's time for the separation chronicles. And after he moves out, I'm sure it'll be the ain't shit baby daddy chronicles, because
Can't make this shit up.
this is what happens when you stand by your comment section instead of your partner. Do yourself a favor and don't hold your breath waiting for her to take accountability for this divorce. And let this whole thing be a lesson to you. If there's any part of you that is considering posting your husband's skid marks to the internet, just skip the strike and go straight for a divorce. Save everybody some time.
Now, when I tell you that I could have never been prepared for what comes next, okay? I don't remember if it was this one or this next one where we actually had the interview, though.
You guys always ask if any of...
Okay, no. So, in between that and the next one, this is a piece of lore that is kind of never before seen, actually. This is going to be seen for the first time by you guys and everyone who happened to be there that night. Dylan says, 3 instances in which I clean out my car. My in-laws need a ride. I just took a trip to the Michigan sand dunes, and I just finished hiding a body. Yeah, I do keep a clean car, I will say. I do. But let me pull this up for you guys. This is so funny. Make this a little bit bigger. So after making that video, that was like, that video got a massive reaction. She was in the comments quite aggressively, and I had never come for someone with such a big following before, but at the time that I made my video on wife strike, she had about 47,000 followers. And this was a very loyal, dedicated audience of women who also hate their own husbands and are 100% all for her going on this very public strike. And I was like, I'm exaggerating a little bit when I say like fighting for my life, because like most people were on my side, but like it was actually a very contested comment section. Like there were a lot of people who were coming at me, especially because like I said, I had that one discharge comparison. Even the people who weren't exactly pro Jolly didn't really like me saying that. So there was quite some debate in the chat. Now, the next day, I was gonna go live anyway, just for fun. You missed my super chat instant unfollow. I know I wanted to let it play, but you previously said women keep invading women's spaces. Men had their loneliness epidemic, and women just had to invade and get their own. Just finished the live. I know. I was amazed. I was like, that's so funny. I didn't realize that the women's loneliness epidemic was actually worse. The things you learn. I hope that you refollow. Come back, ZOMG, BBQTD. FTW. I'm like, now I'm just getting all my acronyms wrong. So I go live, and the live was literally called Play Bop It on my back deck with me. Aw, man, that's another thing. These are all things that I've lost. I can't find that sweater. We broke the fuck mug. So here I was playing some Bop It, when all of the sudden, dude, this was crazy lore. Crazy lore. Viennery says, Shionhead has a new video. I just saw that. You could react to off stream to prevent auto mod. It's about why men are being pushed right due to misinjury from the left. I'm going up north this weekend. If I had decent streaming mechanisms, I would live stream that with you guys, but I won't be able to. I'll still watch it though. And then maybe I'll watch it with you guys. So one thing about the wife strike situation was like I said, I was definitely back in my like investigative journalism era, and like if there was a partner shamer, I wanted to know everything, okay? And so I was like honestly trying to find the husband, and because I did, like, this was another, oh man, this was something that everybody got pissed at me for, and I'm curious to hear if you guys think I went too far, because this is still hotly debated, and I personally wouldn't change a thing. But I found the husband and I reached out to him for comment. I found him and I was like, hey, I'm making this video. I want to know what you think about your wife doing this. She fucking hated it. So a lot of people think that that was going too far, that I shouldn't have tried to find the husband and tried to reach out to him. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that was too far, if you think that that's like aces, neutral, let me know. But I did find his account, and at the time he owned his own like trading card company, you know, like online. And in his videos where he was like pulling is what they call it, when you buy the cards and you pull, that was like his big thing, is he would do live streams and like pull different cards, and that's how he would like get a lot of his audience. She was always right alongside of him, like amping him up, and she wasn't letting the wife strike crew know that on the side she had this separate account that was the name of his trading card company, Wife. So it's like, on one hand you have wife strike saying, my husband ain't shit, I'm gonna divorce him, and then you have this Pokemon card gaming wife version who is like very loyal, very dedicated, very like, I'm gonna help my man build his business, my man. But there was no reason for her to know that I knew about this, right? I don't think I had sent the husband a message yet. I don't remember. No, I hadn't. I had not yet sent the husband a message. Or I had and he hadn't opened it. I don't remember. But as I'm streaming, I want to see if I can find the exact moment that I'm like, oh my God, we have a special guest here. Let me see. This is so funny.
I'm going to sleep.
The Boppet's going to sleep. Yeah, there's Self It, Saw It, Hammer. You're not the only person that child's ever going to love. My husband was always like, these comments are all from different places, except for 50 of you are in Texas.
Yeah, I like at one point saw her name join the chat on her Pokemon Girl alt, and I was like, oh, Wife Strike is here. I call her out. Where is it?
The double life that she's been living. Okay?
Here we go.
To give for dating now is like to try as hard as you can to meet someone through your mutuals. It's been like the most consistent success I've seen. You found out about me through the Wife Strike videos. Dude, it's definitely been the drama this week for sure. That's what I'm talking about. And that one did kind of blow up a little bit. I actually thought, because today I did a partner shaming.
Where is it? There's Jolly.
Get on it.
When does she show up? This is so
Couple
crazy.
Weeks. I'm like, dude, no one's taking a wand to the toilet bowl. Like, and this was such a point of
Oh, I'm talking about the skin.
Everyone was like, dude can't.
Sorry, I'm not. You guys can't even see what I'm doing here.
Even wipe up his own shit. I'm like, first of all, this shit was only there for one day. One day. Like,
we're at 132.
Guys,
where is it?
Y'all will at this point say anything to be right. Like, one girl, because at one point, and this was another thing that I admitted I was wrong for, I compared, like, if there was shit on the underwear to how, like, women all have discharge on their underwear, too. And, like, that was not a fair comparison because discharge is very natural and shit is not. I should have just stuck with, like, still the same shit analogy, honestly. But, like, to tell you guys like how desperate her followers are to like be right about anything. These women were literally in the comments being like, I would let my boyfriend post my discharge stained underwear on the internet because there's nothing to be ashamed of.
It was crazy.
This is how I know that this is the most disingenuous conversation. And now the guest button appears. No, I used her for clout. I was nothing before her. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But no, I need to know. Please tell me. Please tell me how many of you literally take the wand to the toilet bowl. Especially the women. Especially the women in the comments. Tell me, after you shit, do you take the wand right away to the toilet bowl?
Fine, I refollowed. Also recently discovered the Tin Man. He's great.
I keep looking, because usually when someone sends me a request, it just like shows right up.
So she must have, at this point, I must have already caught her, because once I called her out, once I was like, oh, I see the wife strike is lurking, that is when she rejoined, she left on her alt, came back as the wife strike, and was like, let me on your live, let me on your live. And I was like, oh. So I'll show you guys a little bit of it, but I will admit, like, one of the main reasons that I didn't end up posting this is because it went fucking nowhere. Like, people were so mad at me for, like, letting her yap.
So I think I pronounced your name wrong. It's not Jaylee. Right?
Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me disconnect you.
The Bluetooth. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I'm in the car. Okay. Sorry, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I think I pronounced your name wrong when I made my video. It's not Jaylee, right?
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
She was not
Well, I'll
very
just
happy
call you
with
Wife
me.
Strike, because that'll probably be better. So the question that
Okay.
we all want to know: are you divorcing your husband?
So let me correct you on my name first, and then we'll get to that. My name is pronounced Jali.
Jali.
So it's not Jali, yeah. It's not Jaylee.
Okay, Jali.
Yeah.
Are you divorcing your husband?
Yes.
Did you file?
Not yet.
Okay, does he know?
That what?
Does he know?
Does he know what?
That you're divorcing him.
Of course he knows.
Okay, so my other question is, why would you be like doing these live events with him and like leading him on?
Business.
It's not my business.
Leading him on? No. That's not what I said. I said it's because it's our business.
Okay, so you share this business.
No. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You see what I mean by it was like a really annoying interview? Like, so you share the business? No. Yes. Like, she just did not want to.
So it was like purely for money.
What is purely for money?
Like doing the live streams with him, like being pokey wife.
So when you have a store and you sell things, yeah, that's what kind of happens.
Okay. So then what's, like, who keeps the business when you split?
Well, it's our business, so there's no split.
So you're going to keep, like, running the business with him?
Right. Just like.
Are you going to keep doing live streams?
Probably.
Dang. And, like, he doesn't care, like, I guess, like, I'm really curious, like, does he, like, how does he feel about you, like, putting him on blast, like, this hard, and, like, being called, like, incompetent, being called, like, a piece of shit? Like, how does he feel about all that?
So, okay. So are you saying that I called him a piece of shit?
Well, you've liked a lot of comments that imply such.
Okay.
Or just straight up say it.
Like, okay, so when you can show me that I've ever commended anybody insulting him, like, directly calling him a piece of shit, a scumbag, or any of those things.
Not me in past tense, Lauren, having the exact same reaction to that. Like, what? You're pretending that you didn't. Oh, okay.
Have that conversation, but I've never done that. I have given interviews to like actual reporters that ask the correct questions, and I give them the honest answer. In the beginning of Wife Strike, it was a challenge between me and him.
We're gonna skip on it because, like, she spends such a long time yapping about how in Latina culture you're brought up to believe that you have to take care of the man, and that's really damaging, which, like, true. She, like, does make some good points there.
Going back to it was just like my first name when I first used the hashtag. This I had literally said that for I'm definitely gonna write.
I just started walking around
in
at this
a way
point.
that
is there, because we were talking about this earlier in the live stream. There's such a culture online of like dump him. Like the second you post anything negative, to a point where like wives who like really love their husbands will post like joking content making fun of them, and they still get the dump him, break up with him now. So it's like, do you
and
think...
I had to deal with. Oh, go ahead with your question.
I was gonna say, like, do you think that all those comments of people who were like pushing you and saying like you have to divorce him, he ain't shit, like all this stuff, like don't you think that kind of...
I got your question, and really it at first I was fighting it with my life. I would post all the time that, you know, this whole wife strike thing was unintentional, the way that it blew up, and I have no plans of leaving my husband. I even told the reporters that, the news reporters, I made TikToks saying that
It is interesting to hear her say that she was like fighting for her life. Like, what does that even mean though, when like you were creating content like this for a year?
I would never leave my husband or quote death to us part. I never expected to be where I am today with my husband. Okay, it's been a lot of full-blown having a pretty much semi face-to-face conversation. There's a lot more to the story than what you see. Okay.
Now I will say, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably end up like clipping this out and maybe post it to like the Patreon or something, unless you guys are extra good. Maybe I'll post it to YouTube. But yeah, I remember like asking her questions about like, doesn't she think her husband cares and like his feelings are hurt. She did admit that they are. But I will say this, as we kind of like move along, is she is correct that there is a lot more to the story, because you'll see it. Look, we had this interview, and that was in between these videos. So it goes, the video we first watched, my live interview with Jolly, and then the rest of the shit show transpired. So that live conversation between Jolly and I was the last civil discussion between us women before the absolute insanity that none of you could ever predict began.
Internet, just skip the strike and go straight for divorce. Save everybody some time. You guys always ask if any of the partner shamers I cover ever make response videos to mine. The answer is yes, and do I have one hell of an update for you? A few months ago, I made an episode called Wife Strike Series Ends in Divorce. I'll have it linked below. Well, Wife Strike responded. She actually made like 5 straight videos about me but kept deleting them, finally made one she liked, and then very bravely blocked me in hopes that I wouldn't respond to it. So let's respond to it.
I am done with playing defense. Let's talk about how I was intentionally targeted
in someone's obsessive smear campaign against me and my story.
So first of all, I don't know why she's acting so personally targeted. I run a series about people who humiliate their partner online for clout and then expect a healthy relationship afterward. You simply fit the criteria. Also, you literally made 5 videos about me. Let's rethink who's obsessed.
Secondly, you openly admit that the majority of the outrage was for skid marks, which I've never posted.
No, but Jolly, yes you did. And literally posted pictures of her husband's skid marks to TikTok. Jolly, don't try to gaslight us. Just because you deleted the video doesn't mean you didn't do it. And you didn't delete them all. Your husband's shit is literally still on the internet.
You continue to make false claims about what I do, including that you doubt that I'm the breadwinner. So you're telling me there's no women that exist that are the main breadwinners and make income? That sounds extremely misogynistic.
I agree that that would be very misogynistic if I believed that. But since I'm the primary earner of my home, that wouldn't make any sense for me to say that, which is why I didn't say it. The reason I said that I doubt that she's the breadwinner is because she says that she's a full-time YouTuber, but her videos only get like 40 views. That's why I said that. It has nothing to do with gender.
When all in all, it seems that you agree with wife strike.
I obviously do not, or else we wouldn't be here. I said I would have agreed with it if it was never public, but my whole criticism is that you took it to international news. My whole point just went. So now remembering that she spoke to international news outlets about her husband, watch this.
That wasn't enough. You couldn't help yourself. Bruh.
So this is me messaging the husband. I said, hey, I'm reaching out because without knowing you, I felt horrible for what you've been going through online. I know you haven't gotten a chance to say a word in edgewise in your defense about the wife strike situation, but given the allegations against you, I was wondering if you are at all interested in anonymously giving any comments. If you're interested, I've made a video in your defense. It's called Partner Shaming Karma Episode 6. Finally, while Jolly has not made it very easy to find, while Jolly has made it very easy to find you, I have deleted all comments naming you to protect your privacy. So again, I mean, I just read the message to you. I'm not hiding it from you. I did that. Like I said, a lot of people are mad at me for doing that. A lot of people think that that was me taking it too far. I don't know. Make your own judgments, I guess. I still don't regret sending that. If I didn't intend to say like Jolly has made it easy to find you, but like at the same time, I just went to her friends list. Literally all I did. So it was pretty easy at that point. I wasn't like threatening, and I even like reassured that I was trying to protect his privacy. So I don't regret it, but of course I'm open to criticism.
You messaged my husband.
I did message her husband. I asked for his 2 cents because she more than overshared hers. And I'm totally failing to see how her and her followers are getting so pressed about this, because if it's such a bad thing for a stranger to talk to you about your spouse, what does that say about her entire account? I'm not the only one who did. When she went on the news, they reached out to him. When she went on her latest podcast, they reached out to him too. But we'll get to that latest podcast. For now, listen to this next accusation.
And not only did you message him, you tried to dox our business.
Did I? Let's reread that message. It looks like it says, I have deleted all comments naming you to protect your privacy. That looks like the exact opposite of doxing to me. Also, I can't believe I have to explain this to you, but posting your beauty page isn't doxing when you've had it directly linked in your TikTok bio this entire time. Now, here's my favorite part. After months and months of having his future ex-wife as her bio, watch this.
You really thought my husband was going to talk to you and give you an exclusive interview? I'm the wife. That's me, not you.
What a gear shift there. Isn't it so crazy that this man ain't been shit for the better part of a year? It was about to be a divorced mommy summer, and then one random lady on the internet gives him the time of day, and all of a sudden it's, that's my man, not yours, I'm his wife. I really got to the end of this video thinking, damn, am I saving Wife Strike's marriage? And then the funniest fucking thing happened. Wife Strike went on the podcast, and This Is Uncomfortable, and literally said I saved her marriage.
One day, while scrolling through her phone, she sees something that makes her heart drop. This big creator on TikTok with 1.2 million followers had posted a video about Jolly. She kept rewatching the video, rereading all the negative comments. She was taking a lot of what this woman said to heart. She decides to approach her husband about it, who at this point is a bit more receptive to talking with a potential divorce looming. For the first time in a long time, it felt like they were weirdly on the same team. Instead of Jolly versus her husband, It was Jolly and her husband versus this woman on the internet.
That's so cute. It's like when girls become friends with each other simply because they hate the same person. Dude was getting dragged for an entire year straight and saw an out to shift the hatred to a different person and took it, and I don't blame him. Wife Strike goes on to say that she called off the divorce and she's now choosing to focus on his good qualities. Which I guess still entails dragging his negative qualities publicly online, just with comments turned off. The podcast host actually asked Wife Strike if she was nervous that her followers would turn on her after learning that she wasn't going through with the divorce, and you could sense the dread in her voice as she ducked the question. And after all that talk,
but obviously, Jolly's really good at ducking questions,
about how she's this big hero who's helping women leave their marriages, I don't blame her for being nervous or her audience if they do turn on her. Her final answer ended up being, well, damned if you do and damned if you don't. And that's pretty much the only outcome you get for partner shaming. And Wife Strike, if you've unblocked me and you're watching this, you're welcome. People charge a lot of money for marriage counseling, and I really did that for you for free. Bless the happy union.
I'm such an asshole. God, and again, I thought it was over, guys. I thought it would end there. I cannot stress enough how if you don't know what's about to happen next, you could never guess it correctly.
I did not think that the Wife Strike partner shaming saga could possibly get any funnier, but today something happened that launched its funniness through the stratosphere. Quick catch up. Woman partner shames her husband for over a year, brags to millions of people that she's going to divorce him, then goes onto a podcast and says that my episodes about her actually caused her husband...
Do you guys want to see the multi-arm suit?
I have to walk sideways through doors right now.
Wow. That's coming along.
It's coming along.
And think about this. When you're done letting Dylan use it for his
dude,
Halloween
yeah,
costume,
I'm like, this is a contraption. This
I was
is
gonna
like...
say I can make your female Doc Ock dreams come true.
Oh shit, stop.
That's another episode callback. If you know, you know.
And her to unite against me instead of against each other. They've decided to stay together, but she's still partner shaming him. Well, just a couple hours ago, Wife Strike's husband has finally decided to break his silence and speak to the world, and he chose violence.
This is Wife Strike's husband. I'm done.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Wife Strike is not happy. Delete this? That doesn't seem very fair. So you get to spend over a year documenting every mess that he makes, roasting him online to oblivion, leaving them up long after you've allegedly made up with each other, but he posts one video and he has to delete it right away? This holy marriage is seeming kind of one-sided here. I'm starting to fear I may have not saved the marriage after all. He even posted from this new account on her Wife Strike villain era post for all her followers to see. Dude's not messing around anymore. I've got to imagine that after all that, going on this podcast, announcing they're going to stay together and work on the marriage and she's going to focus on his good qualities, he probably thought she would delete those videos. And when she decided she still needed the clout and didn't, he must have decided to match that energy. And I have no idea how this ends. Do they stay together and partner shame each other into oblivion? Is this finally what tears them apart? But all I can say is, husband strike, if this marriage somehow, for some reason, doesn't end up working out, don't forget all that stuff she said about being the breadwinner, okay? She's a strong, independent woman. She can pay alimony and child support. Okay, please excuse my messy makeup and the fact that I'm filming in a car. We just got the craziest Wife Strike partner shaming update that I need to share with you. Quick Spark Notes recap. So this partner shamer called Wife Strike posts every embarrassing thing her husband does on the internet for like a year, bragging about how she's gonna divorce him, then publicly announces that they're not gonna divorce, they're gonna work on the marriage, but then keeps partner shaming him. In our most recent update, he finally had enough, created an account called Husband Strike, and started posting her messes. Truly the biggest this you of the century. She tried to make him delete it, but he refused, instead posting parts 2, 3, and as of right now, part 4. Then in a desperate attempt to save face, she makes this video.
There's someone online claiming to be my husband under the username Husband Strike. That's not my husband.
Oh, Wife Strike, you are making this so much harder on yourself and so easy for me. Anyway, I would like to present to you this comparative analysis of both Husband Strike's and Wife Strike's videos in order to prove demonstrably that Husband Strike is in fact her husband. In our first exhibit, Husband Strike presents a speckled marble bathroom countertop. Comparatively, this is a speckled marble bathroom countertop that Wife Strike uploaded. Here they are side by side. That's the same mirror. Exhibit B, husband strike uploads long dark hairs clogging a drain with hexagonal bathroom.
I know they're not hexagonal, okay? I have since recognized the error of my ways. Anyway.
Tile. And here's some bathroom tile wife strike uploaded. Here they are side by side. Finally, here's the couch husband strike slept on last night. You can see a paisley carpeting, and wife strike uploaded this picture of her living room. Here they are side by side. Face it, I caught you in 4K, team husband strike. Oh hey, you must be here for the new wife strike tea. Come on in. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. As always, if you're new here, follow the videos tagged below until you run out of brain cells. Despite her initial claims that husband strike was not her real husband, wife strike went on to create this video directly tagging him, revamping the wife strike series, and saying, "I warned you," which is a weird thing to do to someone who's not your husband. Husband strike then posted this video showing that she left her wedding ring on the counter, saying that's what she must have meant when she said he's not her husband. And yes, that is her ring. Then he posts more partner shaming videos. While all that's going on, wife strike then makes 3 more videos about me trying to expose me and make herself look like a martyr, but accidentally makes me look fucking awesome.
Oh, and one last thing. You know everybody coming at me for my appearance?
No, I don't.
Your queen thinks I'm very pretty.
This is a comment I left defending wife strike from attacks on her physical appearance. I said I actually think she's very pretty on the outside. I'm big on avoiding digs on outward appearance and focusing arguments on positions. And I stand by that. I'm really proud to encourage a culture where we debate based on intellectual consistencies and not on ad hominem attacks. Unlike wife strike, who can be seen here dogging my physical appearance with a bunch of other definitely non-toxic girlies. Which, like, boring. At least get creative and call me an Angie from Shark Tales looking ass bitch or something. But
no one can come for me as good as I can come for me.
Just like repairing your marriage, I guess I'll do the work for you there too. Wife strike then likes a comment agreeing that she is indeed trying to get out from underneath a gross leech of a man-child. But in her podcast, she said she was falling back in love with him and that she was trying to save the marriage. I'm getting whiplash. Then, just as I was writing the final episode to wrap up this shit show, wife strike infiltrates husband strike's account, claiming it was her the whole time using a voice filter. Skeptical Lauren was skeptical. So you faked yourself sleeping on the couch? You faked having man hands? Doing all of that and going through such a concerted effort to fake all that seems a little bit less believable than just that she stole his phone. But I'm keeping an open mind. She says she'll explain how she did it. In her first explanation video, she puts on a Grinch filter and says this.
You think I care about clean clothes on my dresser?
You think he cares about clean clothes on his couch?
This is my makeup table after I use it. That wasn't the whole point of wife strike. Wife strike was about husbands expecting their wives to clean up after them.
Wait, the whole point of wife strike is what husbands expect from their wives? But didn't you just say this?
And he's like, well, you know, I never asked you for those things and never expected that out of you.
I've said in comments that I would actually be happy if they came out and admitted they did this together. But when she came out and admitted she was just doing it all by herself, I was only more disturbed. And I told her as much. I said, this is terrifying because if you really do work full time, stream 5 hours a day, and run husband strike, when are you parenting? She says, oh, so I'm a bad parent for working over 12 hours a day? The whole concept is that women work harder. First of all, if a father came home from work just to stream video games for 5 hours and then start making TikToks, I guarantee you no one would be praising him. I said, look, I'm not calling you a bad parent, but if you divorce, he can prove that you're the breadwinner and he does the majority of parenting, so... Then she doubles down and says, nope, the divorce is back on.
Sorry, I had to cough, but you guys know I don't like coughing on the microphone.
Which only confused me more because now I'm like, so you went on a podcast talking about how you're falling back in love with your husband just to not fall back in love with your husband to spite me?
This is such a funny comment, too. If I divorce, why are you holding your breath, Lauren? Swear to fucking God, you were truly thirsty for my husband. Does he remind you of a better model of yours? Like, again, I am the best fucking wingman on this earth.
Instead of clarifying any of her mental gymnastics, she simply says that I'm just mad that the podcast didn't say my name. So what Wife Strike wants you to believe is that she went on a podcast claiming to forgive her husband to like lure me out of my latent state to make a video about her so she could create this elaborate ruse pretending that her and her husband got me together, but they actually didn't get me together because they're still divorcing. That explanation is actually 10 times more unhinged than all of the benefit of the doubt that I gave you. And to address her video claiming that I'm paying her rent, that's not how this works. The collective $30 you may have made this week doesn't come out of my creator fund. We all up. Just say you're welcome. But real talk, I
meant to say just say thank you. Mistakes were made.
To admit when I'm an idiot. I tried way too hard to make this make sense. In general, I feel like if you really believe in something, you should try to do it. But if what you believe is that you can understand crazy people, you should not try to do it. Lauren hurt herself in her confusion trying. It just wasn't adding up. And then all of a sudden this morning, this happened. All of Wife Strike's videos on Husband Strike's account disappear and are replaced with this message: I was hacked. From here, it's going to go one of two ways. Either she comes back in again and says, just kidding again, it was me, he wasn't hacked, or he goes back to reverse partner shaming her. Neither of which, from an intellectual standpoint, are sustainable business models, and neither of which I will care to cover. Because the situation is giving me a lobotomy. This whole saga was a partner shaming nightmare, and as we approach its end, we're left with questions. Like, was it all staged? My sincere answer is I hope and I pray. If Wife Strike and Husband Strike come out with a video sitting down together and saying, you know what, we were in on it together, we are in love, we got your ass, Dadvocate. A win's a win. At the end of the day, I want kids to have both parents in the home. So I will happily take one L so those kids can take a dub. Unfortunately, though, I just don't think it's the case. Whether you're team Husband Strike or team Wife Strike, this isn't a joke. These people are genuinely trapped in a toxic cycle with each other and they might not ever get out. The best thing we can do is let this be a lesson for us all. Once you start shaming your partner on the internet, making them look like trash for the world to see, you can't unring that bell. It's not funny and relatable. It puts the bat signal out for bitter single people to beg for your divorce. And then when you don't divorce that person, the internet will turn on you and then we're all embarrassed. The Wife Strike, Husband Strike saga left behind no winners. We all had some laughs, the twists, the turns, the redemption arcs were kind of funny, but in a world where two grown adults make it this easy for me to roast them, it's just sad. After all this, I want to follow this up with a partner praising series where we talk about things we like about our partner, what makes our relationships work.
And I did some partner praising. So where are we now? Well, there has been quite a lot that happened since then. After that video, it was a bit quiet. The Wife Strike account went down. The Husband Strike account went down. And life kind of moved on. At one point, I was friends with the Husband Strike account, but at some point during these exchanges, Wife Strike did end up blocking me from the Husband Strike account. It is what it is. But then I get a message from somebody, a DM on one of the platforms, and they were like, hey, have you seen what's going on the Husband Strike account? And I was like, no, dog, like, I'm blocked. You gotta help me out here. So this legend, I wish I could tell you who exactly it was, ends up sending me the videos. They had, like, posted them, they re-uploaded them to, like, a private TikTok account and sent them to me. And I'm not gonna show them. I don't even know if they're still up. I thought I had them saved somewhere, but it's fine if I don't. They were videos that objectively make her husband look like an absolute piece of shit. One of them was footage from inside of the house, and it's at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And Jolly goes into the shower to take like a rage shower, but he's not done like talking to her yet. So he starts like aggressively banging on the door. And so she shows this to show basically how unhinged he is. And then another video that she uploads to the Husband Strike account is one where she is driving on the expressway and they're arguing because he's like, get off here, we have to go see my parents. And she's like, no, I'm going home. And he tries to grab the steering wheel and turn their direction while she's driving, which is insane, objectively. These videos were fairly quickly scrubbed from the Husband Strike account. And so, unclear. As far as I've seen, Jolly has basically rebranded. She took the Wife Strike account and all of the followers it had accumulated from the Wife Strike, and then just changed the name and is now trying to basically rebrand a new life as a video game streamer. I'm not gonna like post her page. If you guys really want to find her, you will. I really am not trying to like continue any beef or anything though. Like, she quit partner shaming as far as I know. I do have a screenshot from one of her most recent streams, her actual most recent stream. And I was able to get, let me open it up here. And I will pull up a pic. So I took this screenshot from her most recent stream, and as you can see, the fingers are absent. The fingers are bare there. And I know her streaming schedule is like, let me check. What are y'all freaking out about? All right. So, it looks like she streams Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, and then Wednesdays. So, I don't know. Maybe she's like, gave him the weekends. Maybe that's the parenting arrangement. Maybe that's the time that he gets his, because typically in custody arrangements, and Florida's a 50-50 state, they might consider it 50-50 for him to have every weekend and Wednesdays for a weekly visit. That sounds typically what many arrange, and if she really wants to be a streamer, she might have said, like, the weekends are fine for me, I'll just stream all weekend. You know? So, it looks like they went fully on with the divorce. Sounds like he's probably got... Is my audio really quiet? I've heard that before. I might be far away from the mic, too. But, yeah. It's, sounds like she went through with the divorce. Sounds like maybe they're doing it 50-50. I don't know. She does not talk about it on her channel. Okay? And to be honest, I hope she's doing okay. I don't know. I don't really have any ill will. It was very entertaining at the time. That Grinch filter is unparalleled. That's for sure. Oh, you're trapped in here. That's why you're so upset. Ow. Catilia, you must accept that sometimes. God, poor Miles. He hears Parker barking at the door and he doesn't even get to join the Bork patrol. So, yeah, those are the biggest partner shamer updates. I couldn't tell you what ended up happening with those crazy Jolly videos, how the husband is doing. I don't think they're running that trading card business together anymore, though. I don't think so. Oh, it's 2 hours ahead for Dadvocate. It could be early trick-or-treating. Nah, not this early. It's only 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that'd be crazy. 2 p.m. trick-or-treaters? Dude, I would be like, what the... Y'all homeschool kids really are pretty, pretty supervised, huh? They don't even let you out even a little bit dark. Oh, man. That's actually really funny. This does look like a Keyleth cosplay. That's pretty funny, actually. I do look like Keyleth. Keyleth is definitely not the character I would choose to be, though. If anything, I would be Pike. TJ would make one hell of a grog, huh?
I don't know about that.
Can't wait for her to mention Dadvocate in her next stream. I don't think she will. It seems to me that she probably wants to just put this behind her And it looks to me as though she's been pretty successful in building a new audience. And as far as I can tell, she's not doing anything like what she used to. She's honestly just doing wholesome gaming. I'm glad that she's on a better path, quite frankly. No notes. Good for her. Keep after it. Yeah, buddies. I've not finished season 3 yet, though, so no spoilers. Although, I will say, I did just get all caught up on the Vox Machina drama. For anyone who's been a long-time Vox Machina fan, I just read an entire, like, Reddit novel on the Orion drama with Vox Machina. And for everybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. It's fine. I won't yap about it for too long. But Vox Machina, good cartoon, great cast, funny tea. TJ would make a great Percy, but Percy was like my least favorite character at the beginning. I was like, who is this prissy bitch? I'm very... Pike and Grog are my favorites. Followed by Vax. Then Vex. Then... Oh, God. Scanlan annoys me, but he gets his comeuppance. He gets his humbling. Yeah, I like Scanlan more than Percy and more than Keyleth. Sorry, Keyleth has not had a redemption arc for me yet. I'm just not a fan of the old, I'm scared to do anything, and how will I find my courage? Like, shut up, Keyleth. Just be a man. Get in there. Yeah, I'm Eastern time over here. Yeah, the Tiberius drama. That was crazy, because I heard a little bit about it, because while we were watching the Tiberius scene of season 2, TJ was like, of season 3, TJ was like, wait, was it season 2 or season 3? 3. It wasn't season 3. And TJ was like, oh my god, this is the biggest F you to Orion. And I was like, oh, I gotta read about this tea. And it just kept going and going. For fuck's sake, I'm cringing just from that impression. Keyleth is also my least favorite. Like, Marisha Ray, top tier human and voice actor. I also admire her for training for Creator Clash, which is where, like, 2 creators literally box. Like, she got punched in the face repeatedly. Like, I respect her a lot. But God, she could not have played a more unlikable and annoying character for several seasons straight. Oh man. We are in our final few minutes before I wrap it up and go pick up my daughter in this amazing costume and be the coolest mom ever. Husbando is here. Love your eyeglasses frames. Dude, I'm so sad. That's another thing that's missing, is those glasses broke. And the eyeglass store that I go to now, they have a very different lens color dip method. And the way in which they dip depends on, like, what coloration you get. The old place that I went to, they have a very purple dip, which I loved in the frame, but the new one I'm going to, no offense,
are you talking, what do you,
my new glasses have like a yellow dip. The screen like the anti,
yeah, they should be more blue. Yellow, those must be older. Hey, you know what's crazy is I have coupons for half off all of your stuff because I work there. We should go look at the ladies' frames are super cute.
Those purple frames, the super deep purple, came from RX Optical, but RX Optical is highway robbery, dude. Like, I went and got a basic eyeglass checkup, like, checkup plus 1 pair of glasses. And they were like, it'll be $300. I'm like, $300? Are you drunk? And they're like, well, your insurance covered a lot. If your insurance didn't cover so much, it would be $800. I'm like, you were gonna charge me $800 for a routine eye exam? fuck you and your mom. Like, I was so livid.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Oh shit, Jackson, just found out I have a date for tomorrow. Wish me
Woo
luck.
woo!
I,
Celebrate Dia de los Muertos. Swell.
You show up, it's jolly.
Yes. Oh, Malekith, you're acting like I haven't watched it like 4 times through already. I haven't made them watch it, but...
What are you going to be for Halloween?
A tired dad. I don't know.
You just do Bandit again.
Yeah,
Bandit's
I hadn't really planned anything. I was just going to keep working on Dylan's
Every time
costume
TJ
until...
wears the Bandit onesie, he immediately becomes the coolest man in the entire vicinity, and like all the rest of us are chopped liver. Like TJ puts that Bandit suit on, and he is like the Giga Chad of Giga Chads for the entire Tri-County area. It's true. My anti-reflection film is slightly green. Right, Dylan? That's what they gave me, and I think that they think it's good because it's subtle.
Well, here, look,
I don't
mine
want
is
subtle.
anti-reflective, and look, there's not a sheen to it at all.
I know, it's awful. I want it to be aggressively purple.
I mean, we can add tint to your glasses that won't affect anything. We could add a 15% purple tint to your glasses.
Really?
Yeah, dude. There's so many customizations you can do to your glasses.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. Come in. We can customize you and get it all. Yeah, girl. All right.
Do you go full dance mode?
I do.
This is the hubby I've met. What if I was like, oh no, this is my side piece?
I should get out of here.
Quick, he's on his way. This is number 4 of my polycule. Right. I shouldn't joke about that because it is 2024. Yeah, like that's actually a thing for sure. He doesn't need a onesie to be the coolest. It's so funny. I was trying to explain to TJ how like I'm not even allowed to shit talk TJ at this point. How like the other day I was like, can you guys hear TJ on his phone right outside of the door that I'm trying to stream? And everyone's like, TJ actually never does anything wrong.
Thanks,
Purple
guys.
tinted glasses are the official lens for identifying partner shamers.
That's hilarious. I like that.
Scope lenses. Yeah, man. I have not done much in that series in a while. I've been trying to focus on other things, but if I ever see them, I'm gonna learn with the cyber eyes.
Yeah, Dylan, I want purple transitions, actually. I have a coupon that's basically like you are an employee, you get 1 free whatever you want. So I want to get like Versace frames with like purple I want to be like the most like Jeff Goldblum like glasses, like yeah, you know, just when I put them on, be like, okay, all right, okay.
Girthy, what did you miss? Depending on how long you've been gone, you missed quite a lot, unfortunately. Actually, trick or treat. Nanda. All right, well, it's probably about time for me to get on out of here anyway, so I will have for you my live streaming schedule up for next week by Sunday, I would say. That's when we'll decide when we're going to be live again. I think I might start doing Thursdays regularly again. Thursday morning is a good time. What was it?
Oh, it's just UPS delivery for you.
Nice. Surprises. But yeah, gonna have some new videos out for you soon. I meant to drop one. Actually, I meant to release a video right before I went live because they say that you'll get more people from your live if you drop a video right before you go live. But I forgot to do that entirely this week. Maybe next week. Whoops. Anyway, as always, go ahead and hit the like button down below, please. Definitely help support the channel. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification bell if you liked this live and you don't want to miss another live. If you want some access to some early release videos, for $5 or more, become a YouTube member or a Patreon member, and you'll get access to a bunch of early access videos out right now. If you join YouTube, you get exclusive emojis to use in the chat. You might have seen people using them here. And if you join the Patreon, you get exclusive merch sent right to your door. Very cool stuff. So, just a couple shout outs. Do you think Ren Fair girls will overlook my conservative beliefs if I ask them out? I feel like conservative... No, actually, because I think there's actually... Didn't they find that there's like a weird overlap of liberal women dating conservative men right now? And what it comes down to is the fact that a lot of these women are incredibly liberal in their politics, but in social engineering, they're surprisingly conservative. Like, some of the most liberal, kick the door down, break the glass ceiling, give us all of our reproductive rights ass women are also the same women who are like, I want a provider man. I want a man to hold the door open for me, to protect me, to pay the bills. And it's like, you're not going to get that with the liberal guys the same way. You know, not the same exact way.
What?
I'm just saying, like, the whole men with the provider man mindset, who are like, I want to pay the bills, I want to be the one who's the provider, is found more in conservative circles than liberal, and that's why you see that overlap with... Is that you pushing me, or Miles? Jesus, big ass. That's where you see so many liberal women dating conservative men, is because they might be, like, politically liberal, but a lot of them are actually more socially conservative than they want to admit.
Until it comes to, like, you know, bodily autonomy and...
That's what I said. I was like, a lot of these women are, like, kick the door down, break the glass ceiling, fight for all of our reproductive rights ass liberals, but then they end up with these guys who are actually pretty conservative because they like the traditional guys of, like, hold the door open, pay the bills.
You can still find someone like that. It's
Absolutely.
just you gotta look harder, dude.
Yeah. It's
Hit that pavement. You're not doing the work. You're doing the short route. You're doing the ladders and chutes and ladders. You're not walking all 99 spaces.
Because conservatives aren't the dirtbags they think they are, because there's more to us than politics. TJ is just like, I'm not gonna debate. Women don't want to take care of a man, and conservative men take care of themselves. So I think a lot of men are forced to take care of themselves. There's very few men being taken care of by other people, unless you count, like, the mama's boys, you know? There are mama's boys, they're getting taken care of. But, you know, I think there's probably just as many mama's boys as there are daddy's girls. No, actually, probably not. Probably not, just because more moms are the full-time parent. And yeah, I would say there's probably a way bigger mama's boy issue than daddy's girl, actually. Anyway, this is quite a tangent. At this point, I'm tipping toward chaotic neutral. I have a foundation of chaotic neutral, but tend to lean chaotic good. But, like, as I observe situations, I usually view things from a starting point of a chaotic neutral lens. And then as I process it, I tend to make my decision leaning more toward chaotic good. It's just that from the outside looking in, like, I can absolutely look at someone being a dick and laugh and then be like, oh my god, that was funny. Anyway, let's pick up the pieces here. Like, I'll fix it. We'll fix the situation, but it's kind of funny how we got here, right? Okay. It's just, I'm having a hard time saying goodbye to you guys, you know? It's hard to say goodbye. We have so much fun. I might do a mobile live this weekend while I'm up north. I might get bored and just go live with you guys from up north. Let me know if you guys want to do that. To quote Dumb and Dumber, so you're telling me there's a chance. I quote that, like, every day. Aw, Catilia came to say goodbye to you guys. Say goodbye. Tell the people. She's like, I will take you to Jesus. All right. Hopefully I see you guys this weekend. I think we should. I think we should do a little mobile live. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, eat good food, drink lots of water. Until